All right, count me in. Count me in. Give it to me. No, I'm kidding. All right, hello, and welcome to a what is this?
65.
65 episode session 65, episode 65. Don't worry looking for episodes 1 through 64 because they're not there. Um of a Myths of Gaia Trapped in the Mists. I'm definitely going to mix those up here in the near future. Um, I am your humble dungeon master, Steven, and we are playing Curse of Strahd. Is it Strahd's curse? Is Strahd the curse? Is he cursing the players? Who can say, really? Really? Um, and do we want to do quick introductions? Who we're playing, just sort of like name and character name, and then we'll get into a character description here in just a little bit.
Sure.
All right, so let's start. We can go ahead and start with you, Sarah. Who are you? Who are you playing? Who you bringing to the table?
All right. So my name is Sarah. I am playing the character of Misty Thornheart. She is a hexblood bard rogue. She stands about 5'8" tall. Dark brown hair with highlights of green. Thin, pretty, gorgeous. Unbiased. Skin usually pretty Caucasian looking, whitish, but in the bright light she has a certain green tint to her skin, and it's not coming from her green studded leather armor or anything else. She carries a rapier, dagger, fun little magics here and there, and she's just a fun little flirt.
I would agree with that description. I don't think anyone could disagree. It's just all fun and little, here and there. We can just go right across. I guess that brings us to you next, Lynn.
Hi, I'm Dragon Lynn. I'm playing Riss, a reborn wizard. Riss is pretty pale, definitely look like kind of death warmed over in a lot of aspects. They're pretty uh thin, kind of sunken in cheeks. Definitely very kind of uh two steps away from death in a lot of aspects. They've got shoulder length dark hair. Um, they have a holster on their around that goes around the hip and like attaches to their leg for their spell book. They're wearing pretty plain, kind of like commoner-esque clothing, not necessarily like robes or anything. Um, and yeah, so that's Riss. We can get more into Riss later.
Oh, there's so much more to get into with Ritz. Um, Take that the right way. Next
Yeah.
we come to Gawain. Who are you? Who you playing? What's your deal? In like 30 words or less.
Hello, Internet. My name is Dalton, and I am playing Sir Gawain Aeolus, the champion of the Lady of Light. He is an Supernova Azamar paladin of the Oath of Starlight. He is a big marshmallow of a man who gets taller and shorter as the sun goes up and goes down. He's just loves to cook and take care of his friends, and he's ultimately probably a little too overprotective.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Next up, we got Nedro. Who are you? Who you playing? What's your deal?
Hey, my name is Casey. I am playing Nedro. He is a dwarf clockwork sorcerer. For a dwarf, a little bit on the tall side at 5 feet tall, wearing mostly blue robes with gold trimming, and has a full beard, bushy eyebrows. Tends to always wear his circular sunglasses that have a blue tint to them, and is always in possession of his Staff of Order, which is a clockwork staff, mostly in possession of it because he can't not be in possession of it if he chose, as it always returns to him. And that's all I'll say for now.
Perfect, perfect. Buck, who you playing, who you be, and what's your deal? Tell us all about yourself. Go.
Fantastic. Hello, I am Buck. I am playing the character of Sunflower. I'm a small orange tabaxi druid. If you were looking at me, you would see I have just a bunch of purples and kind of dark brown clothing. And then you would also see just the bits of my faithful companion Philip just jumping in and out of my fur, which would be my fleas.
And if you really look, you can see little blurbles of your other companion, also Philip.
Also Philip. But we'll get to him, I guess.
Perfect. And last but not least, we got you down there, Rich. Who you be, who you playing. Snapshot for everyone watching.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Richard. I am playing Ivor Augusto, along with his companion and pseudo-son, Cesar. Ivor is a human, battlesmith, fighter, artificer. Somewhat dark skin, green eyes, about 5'8". And Cesar is a mechanical construct that Ivor built a long time ago, approximately 700 years ago.
Oh, that's right.
He is a mechanical gorilla. What else do I say about Ivor?
That just about covers it. Just a quick little intro. And then from there we can get more into it. We'll figure out who you are a little bit more, just in media res, while we're doing our thing. But yeah, that definitely is a satisfactory synopsis. All right. And that's the party. I play literally everybody else. I'm all the bad guys, and I love it so much. Okay, so let me pull up a little bit of music just for the moment. I like to have something else in my ear holes. It's been a minute since we've used Roll20 music.
Right?
Okay. So, in honor of our first stream here together, let's take it all the way back. First thing. First session. Oh no, I want the story so far. Please and thanks. Welcome to everyone watching to Barovia, the land with no sun, and whose skies are always overcast with the thick clouds of the mist. Welcome to Barovia, a land whose people live under the boots of their oppressors, whether that be their neighbor, their mayor down the road, or their count high in his cliffside castle. As it is now, so it has been for decades, centuries even, passing as has each before it. They are born, they live, struggling against their oppressors for a slice of nothing in this dreadful domain, and they die. Some are unlucky enough to find they live through another turn of the cycle, when the mists and the shadowy creatures that inhabit them deem it time to wake the Count from his slumber and capture souls from beyond the borders of this demiplane to entertain or perhaps torture the denizens here. And this is where our story has begun. several weeks ago, a few months at this point, I believe, we found Sunflower, our little tabaxi, just sort of moseying down the lane, um, promptly running into Ned, our then cleric sorcerer, who has since lost his cleric mojo, and has doubled down on the sorcerer bit. Um, they continue down this road, which leads to somewhere, eventually finding a small village of Barovia, not to be confused with the Valley of Barovia. That is this whole area. It is what it is. They headed through and were welcomed into the home of Mad Mary, mother of Sarah's then character Yana, and caretaker to Gawain. Together, the four of them take care of a strange undead house that definitely isn't haunted and reforms itself after every destruction and burning to the ground for another round, and traverse the depths there, figure out what's going on, bring it to the ground for the most recent time, and escape just in time. It was a great time. It was the best of times. High on this victory, they went and left and headed back into the forests to the north of the village, where Yana takes us to the Keepers of the Fang, a secretive blood hunter organization of werewolves, we come to find out, of lycanthropes, who, through a process of the taming, subjugate these dark powers and make them serve their will, enacting positivity and a little bit of a better lifestyle here, combating the darkness with their own darkness. The Yana herself was bitten and contracted the lycanthropic curse, and communed with a deep, dark power here in the earth of the valley before headed back to the village of Barovia, where our heroes met up with the mayor of the town and his sister, who found herself to be the object of Count Strahd von Zarovich's affections. He had visited her several times and was making life just real bad because they were locking her up and keeping her away from him. So the party decided to help Ismark spirit his sister Irina away, after hearing that there was a consecrated church where unholy abominations could not even step foot in the town of Vallaki. On the way, let's see. They encountered a powerful psychic of the Vistani people named Madame Ava, who read the party's future and foretold a climactic confrontation between them and Strahd, as well as foretelling several artifacts of power scattered across the lands that would help them in this quest. Eventually, they managed to traverse this road leading from Barovia up to Vallaki, chased a good bit of the way by a dark carriage with an unseen rider, until the city of Vallaki came into view in the distance. They quickly learned that Vallaki was not all it seemed, and not only were the citizens policed, but so were their thoughts, as it was psychological warfare waged against the people of the city by the mayor of the city in an attempt to keep Strahd out to the point where they wouldn't even say his name. They will only refer to him as the devil. Seeking out this church, they found that the holy relic that consecrated the grounds had been stolen, and the church no longer had any power, as well as getting into some shenanigans and finding themselves on the wrong end of the town guard and the mayor's good graces. So while they looked for the relic of the church to reconsecrate those grounds and keep Irina safe from Count Strahd, they also worked for the Baron Vargas Vlakovich, while secretly working to undermine him with his political rival, Lady Fiona Wachter, the head of another rival house, who subtly worked to undermine the Vlakoviches at every turn and seize power for themselves. Which, after some confrontation, they were able to reconsecrate the church, but not before it was destroyed in a powerful earthquake as Strahd flew in with his full retinue. But it was not the church that was holy, it was the grounds. With the return of the relic, all but all of the undead, including Strahd von Zarovich and his brides, were forcibly expelled from the premises. And they nearly took his chamberlain with them as the party reacted and just attacked relentlessly. Luckily, Rahadin was able to remount the nightmare that brought everyone in and escape in the nick of time, because that would have been just a real bad time. We can't kill off the main NPC that quickly at level like 4. What are you, crazy?
He had 15 hit points left.
It was 1 against 5, and it's pretty great. From there, with the reconsecrated church, they were able to keep. They then had to pivot to deal with the political issues, and turn to some spycraft, allying with Lady Fiona Wachter and taking down Vargas Vlakovich and the rest of his family, taking them out of power, and executing a nearly bloodless coup, thanks in no small part to their efforts to quell the uprising and Lady Wachter's desire to not see the streets filled with the blood of neighbors fighting neighbors. After that confrontation, they also, or during their time here in Vallaki, they also encountered more adventurers stolen from beyond the mists, who formed a sort of backup squad to handle other things while our main heroes were out gallivanting across the countryside, righting wrongs and causing wrongs and all of that stuff. B-Team, as they are affectionately referred to, were sent off on a number of quests, taking some people to the Keepers of the Fang for safekeeping, as well as handling just a general other general business. But with the church destroyed and not a real source of security, the party and Ismark turned toward the town of Kresk, further west, that boasted an abbey with a similar claim to fame of consecration. On the way there, they encountered somebody from a vineyard also further west, saying that their family was under siege by some pagan druids who wanted nothing more than to raze their vineyard to the ground, destroy it, and allow nature to reclaim what they believed was rightfully its domain. And the party was faced with one of the first real moral choices who do we save? We have more than one person who needs our immediate assistance. Do we secure Irina in the Abbey and ensure that Strahd cannot get to her? Or do we take care of the vineyard, save the people there, and then come back, hoping that Strahd doesn't intervene in the meantime and steal Irina away? It was a heated debate with both the member of the vineyard family and Ismark unyielding that to choose the other is to condemn themselves. That choosing the other person was passing judgment and condemning their condition, their situation. Eventually, Irina, gracious as she is, gave the party permission to go deal with the vineyard, that she and her brother will continue on to Kresk, and that they will meet up there once the vineyard has been taken care of. After everyone said goodbye, they progressed across a bridge, the site of a battle not but a few hours before. Unfortunately, that battle had one trick up its sleeve that had not gone off or had not been played, and a cloud of toxic spores just managed to reach Ismark and Irina as they came within 15 feet. Ismark, a hardier of the two, was able to withstand it, but Irina succumbed to the toxin and was killed. Everyone began to panic, sending Irina's body along with the fastest of the party toward Kresk. And it seemed with the rumbles and peals of thunder that they were not the only one distressed by her passing. Strahd arrived suddenly and just wiped the floor with anyone who stood in his way as he took his beloved on to Kresk ahead of them. And I don't remember exactly. You guys went to Kresk from there?
Yeah, we went to the Abbot.
You guys went to the Abbot.
You forget the part where you turned Gawain into whack-a-mole with a tree stump twice.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Killing me those times.
I suppose it's worth mentioning. Gawain died and was resurrected by his patron, the Lady of Light, upon the initiation of a new round of combat. And Strahd, realizing what was happening and not playing any games, swung him by his ankles and just impaled him on a giant sharpened stump, wooden stake style, which put an end to that. Until the rest of the party caught up and pulled him off of the stave. And after but a moment, the wound closed and he gasped back to life. The party continued on their journey to Kresk, discussing how they could somehow show good faith so that they could actually enter the town and speak with the abbot. The abbot was uncertain exactly what he was going to do, as he had been put on a clock to return Irina to her former state and resurrect her. And he sent the party on a fetch quest to Vallaki to get a wedding dress, among some other things. They accepted the quest initially, debated the morality of it on the way, and arrived in Vallaki to find that during the riots, the shop had been torched. And the dress that once was beautiful is now melted and blackened and charred beyond belief. Shrugging their shoulders, being like, I guess that solves our moral conundrum for us. they took the destroyed dress back to the abbey where they got to know the abbot a little bit better, and it is revealed that he and Gawain are not strangers by any stretch of the imagination. Both once inhabited celestial bodies in the heavens, a binary star system orbiting a black hole with their own retinue of bodies orbiting them as well. In this eternal dance where they would never touch. However, the abbot had been felled to this place long before Gawain found himself here. And a kinship was birthed between the two, allies of the party and brothers in arms. Strahd's threat, issued by some of his generals, who were old traveling companions of Nedro's, threatened the entire city if something was not done. And so, in classic oppositional style, they evacuated the whole town, just the whole town, and left the generals a bit like, "Oh, that's what you're doing? Okay. Now what do we do? That's a big swing. I did not expect you to go that far." They blew up the bridge, had a showdown at the broken bridge, and where one of the generals was killed, one of Ned's old traveling partners, his equipment scavenged, and the party continued on leading the people around Lake Baratok to the other side of the path, pursued by wolves most, if not all, of the way, and going back to rescue a straggler or two here and there. They brought the entire town of Kresk to the city of Vallaki, where they live in a bunch of tents by the western gate, and they're settling and creating more permanent structures while everyone figures out what the heck they're going to do. From there, the party received an invite for dinner with Count Strahd, as he was impressed by their gumption at Kresk and wished to pick their brain a little bit more. Go ahead.
Do you want to do the dream sequence?
We're not there yet. Or if you're talking about the flashback.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we're not there yet. He gave the party a few days to wrap their stuff up, and then to meet him in Castle Ravenloft, with the expectation being that this is you will arrive, not if you want to. It was they were voluntold, is a good way to think about it. They head over to the vineyard, where they find the rest of the family of the individual who they ran into on the road. And they do battle with the druids, and oh boy, was it a bad time. The druids, pagan and uncivilized as they presented, were highly effective combatants, throwing darkness on top of spike growth, on top of swarms of enemies. It was a coordinated attack that the party hadn't faced really much thus far. And it was perhaps a reminder and like a wake up a little bit to this is a deadly valley. However, the battle turned in the party's favor and the druids fled, leaving the people to keep leaving the family to keep their home and keep producing the wine that flowed through the valley. With that, the party traveled back to, oh goodness, the party traveled back to Valaki and then to Barovia, correct? Um, to visit
We also had a
Yana's family.
companion throughout this time.
Yes. Andrej, the one of the youth who was lost but then was found by the party during their exodus from Kresk, joined up and decided he wanted to come alongside. Very handy with a crossbow. Um, Ivor took him under his wing and was a source of strength for him. As they continued about, they headed back to the village of Barovia, where we figured out why Mad Mary was called Mad Mary. Her hallucinations were so strong and such that they manifested and were deadly to all but the most effective combatants, like our party members. It also came to pass that Yana's father, who is now a vampire himself, had revisited the home of Mad Mary, which had set off one of these episodes, and the party immediately gave chase, and he fled on rooftop, eventually falling through the roof of one Riss the wizard, and just sort of collapsed through the roof and then went off on his way while Yana and then Gawain both just fall through. And Yana just goes and Gawain's like, sorry about that, and just goes. Eventually catching him at the right outside the home, but unfortunately not quick enough to keep him from being spirited away by this one of Strahd's generals and that blasted nightmare who just keeps phasing out of the plane of existence. Curses on his name. From there, they sort of picked up Riss. Riss decided that they wanted to go with the party and figure out what was going on. A call to adventure, some might say, fell through their ceiling and almost hit them on the head, quite literally.
It's what they deserve for breaking my damn roof.
Now you're stuck with me. I will be taking care of you from now on.
We should break more rules if we're gonna get useful allies. Okay.
Headed up to the Keepers of the Fang in the Svalich Woods north of Barovia. They re-encountered B Team, who have their own stuff going on. It was a bad time. And then they headed back toward Castle Ravenloft for their long-awaited dinner with Strahd. 75% there, they encountered a group of berserkers on the road where everyone flashed and whited out, and found themselves in different bodies, in a different time, in a different place. Perhaps not so much a different place, but a different time. Before all of this, before Barovia was ripped from the prime material plane, before Strahd had been cursed as a vampire to rule over these lands and spread this curse onto all that he touched. He was quite human. He was a little awkward, preening and worried and filled with all of the anxieties that we humans have in our short little lifespans. As he marched through with his armies as the conquering general to take possession of this valley as its rightful ruler. He, stepping up into the castle, dripped a few drops of his own blood. I am Strahd. I am the land. And the vision disappeared. The party was met with ripped apart berserkers, as well as a note scrawled in Strahd's handwriting saying that he will not allow them to, his promise of goodwill stands. Eventually they make it to Castle Ravenloft, where Strahd meets them with his brides and his consort, a flesh golem built to look scarily like Irina, dressed in a beautiful evening gown. They talked, they spoke, they joked. Strahd was menacing, as he's wont to be, and gave them strict instructions to stay in your rooms, do not go exploring, this is not allowed. So naturally the party said, poop on that, we're going right out. We're searching for Yana's sister, we can't be sticking in these rooms.
Not the best decision in retrospect, by the way.
It was a great decision.
I expected nothing less.
We needed to stretch our legs.
They adventured, they went around looking for stuff. It was a lot of fun. They found a lot of weird things. They decided that there was something that they thought they wanted to investigate in the catacombs beneath, and so they looked around for that. They found a weird teleportation room, and said, oh, let's go to where the coffins are, and bamfed themselves over to Vallaki at the coffin maker's house. Strahd followed shortly thereafter, very displeased, even if he fully expected this, where he took everyone back to the castle, and
Including the prisoner.
yes, including the prisoner, took everyone back to the castle, and eventually offered Ned a deal. If he would stay and bind himself to the castle forever, no risk to himself, no risk to his humanity, but he would be forever a guest of the Count's. And in exchange, all of his friends would be pardoned for their indiscretion. He had something cooked up, but we'll never know because Yana bulldozed in there, knocked it out of his hand, shattered everything, and immediately we started fighting. Strahd again wiped the floor with everybody. Good gracious, it was a massacre.
I will say, Yana promised not to fight before this.
In her
I'll also
defense,
say the last time Yana did this, Sunflower died.
I was gonna say that's how we know you were new, because she always says this.
But Yana didn't fight.
in Yana's defense, she didn't fight. She merely held a blade to somebody's to the enemy's throat, because that's definitely different. But Strahd wiped the floor with everybody. His bride's taking care of a couple of characters who dove out the window, and
It was a bad time.
it was a very bad time. They were outclassed every turn. However, in an act of desperation, almost poetically, realizing that this was her mess that she made, Yana turned and, on an instinctual level, leapt at Strahd, not to harm him, but to take his deal and drink his blood, binding herself to this place, this castle, in perpetuity, and securing a safe passage for all of her companions, dead or alive. Strahd, the all-knowing, in this split second of frame by frame, this werewolf just lunging at him, leaned into it and accepted Yana's conditions, keeping her and allowing everyone to leave. Those who were dead were resurrected with a lot of fuss.
Those who were unconscious
Those who were
resurrected.
Those who were unconscious were revived. Those who were dead were resurrected. And we encountered Misty, who helped out with the resurrection of the those who died, and just leaks all this black smoke that only Gawain can see, which has historically been a sign of red flag, red flag, red flag, evil creature, and instilling a great deal of consternation into Gawain that he is not hiding very well whatsoever.
Oh, no, not at all.
The party decided to ignore this and move on toward the winery, this vineyard, which something seems to have happened, because now not only has the valley run out of its really fancy alcohol, which was gone years ago, but it is also now out of its regular wine and only has the crappy ale. So something's going on. We got to figure out what's happening at this winery, and the party is on their way there. Now, last session...
I would like to point out, we are not ignoring the smoke. None of the rest of us know the smoke exists.
Correct. Be very specific about what you say about the party.
Yeah.
So, ignoring the smoke. Got it.
Even Misty doesn't know it's there.
Yeah, no one else knows. I've been trying to figure it out.
Somebody has
I
actively
think-
been searching. That is correct.
Yes.
Gawain told Ivor, but that's about it.
Did he?
Did he?
He
I
might
don't
have
think he
told,
told anybody
he might
about
have
the smoke.
told Ivor about like a previous instance, but no one knows specifically that the smoke is coming from Misty.
Yes, correct.
No,
I don't think
But-
he said that Misty is leaking smoke to anyone yet.
Yeah, no, I've not mentioned that to anyone because he's trying to. He's attempting to do more research.
He's
which is
fighting
not
his
going
nature.
well.
Got it.
Yes,
oh,
which is
Okay,
it's not
so
going well.
I thought you mentioned it when we were at the bar.
Mm-mm. No, he said that he's not quite sure how he feels about her, and then proceeded to divulge all of their information.
Okay,
Love it.
my bad.
On the way to this winery, Misty said that there was an individual that she knows that could be helpful, known as Lise, grandmotherly figure, with a house that moves from place to place. After dealing with some dire wolves, the party heard some distant, heavy impacts, and discussed perhaps somebody was twerking. Mad thick, somebody was twerking. Who can say, really? And decided to continue off to the side of the road eventually. As they continued, Misty saw it first because she knew what she was looking for. This monster house of a structure with an overhang over the porch and broken
Rafters, I guess.
kind of broken rafters and broken like fence
Floorboards.
posts sticking up almost as teeth. Walking up to the deck, all of the party was swallowed by the house and brought further into this Lise figure, who is an eclectic healer of sorts. A very strange herbalist, where they found a party member who had been lost for a time, Sunflower, who had his own way to go, but had a bad time in the swamp and was found by Lise and has been nursed back to health. Most recently with a concoction of honey, spit, and exactly 3 drops of blood. No more, no less. But that seems to have brought him to cogency. And he now realizes he has another traveler with him, Althrox the Vicious, who demands to be fed regularly and wants to eat Philip. Not to be confused with Philip with an F, which is Althrox the Vicious. It's a bit hard to wrap your brain around. The party struggles with it sometimes, but it's fine. But
Confusing about Philip and Philip.
who can say?
No, Nedro totally gets
I know
it.
them all.
As the Lise was able to give a couple of magic items that might be helpful on this journey, requesting a few of them back, as they are quite powerful, but allowing some of them to stay with the party as they were of limited use with her. And as you all waved goodbye and hugged goodbye and rejoiced having Sunflower back with the party, Gawain, right as the wood creaked and just vomited you back out, Lise, waving and smiling, her eyes into pools of black. And she opens her mouth, and from her mouth and her eyes, just volumes of smoke. We're talking orders of magnitude more than Misty sort of it's effervescent and hits you every once in a while with the puff. This is like a waterfall just rolling off of her, immediately just fully obfuscated as the house regurgitates you back to your mounts, and you guys continue on your way. Gawain, this is you come back from a daydream almost of replaying these events, realizing now that this is something much larger afoot, as the rest of the group is continuing their way to the vineyard. And that brings everyone mostly current. There's little bits and pieces, but those are the broad strokes of what brings us here to our current spot. So, having just met with Lise and regaining your tabaxi, definitely not high companion, what's everybody doing? You guys are on the road to the vineyard.
Well, I'm sure.
I mean, if our tabaxi isn't high, he should be, so
Is he ever
we
not
let him
high?
smoke.
We need him at his A game.
All right, I'm on it.
Wait,
Start,
he wasn't high?
That's what the DM said. I don't know.
I got spit on, or direct spit. I can't remember. It was all blur. But yeah, then Gawain got me that. Thanks, Gawain, for this. It's like almost the size of me blunt that was rolled for him back in the day. And I'm just gonna sit on my my dirty little mount and just really just soak it in and have a bunch of conversations with all the voices in my head.
It is worth saying for our audience that we all collectively have each a kind of an exotic mount from the Find Steed spell that Gawain has provided everyone. So we travel at a quicker pace than we would normally.
Would everyone like to go one by one and describe their mounts?
Sure.
We could go around the horn real quick.
All right. Well, Creator, you go first. Go in.
So Gawain has a lion that is named Orion, whose mane looks like a shifting galaxy, similar to my background, but constantly moving. He is Gawain's emotional support lion, as Gawain has some pretty severe anxiety as well.
Not helped by being surrounded by this evil smoke all the time.
No, no.
All the time.
All the time. So I'll go ahead and throw out my mount for Misty. Gawain crafted for Misty a crag cat, which is native to the frozen wastelands of Icewind Dale, far to the north of the Sword Coast in the Forgotten Realms. The crag cat is all white. It's very snowy looking. Got hints of green in its mane and in its tail and the tips of its ears. And her name is Cassiopeia.
I'll go next, I guess. Gawain provided Riss with a white direwolf, with kind of these like bone-like protrusions and almost like natural armor in that kind of blend in with Canis's white fur.
Awesome. You guys carry on. I'm just going to go get a drink real quick. I'm still listening.
Go for it.
For Nedro, Gawain provided a reskinned giant ram, which is made out of metal in a clockwork fashion to match Nedro's clockwork magic.
I got a dirt raptor. So Gawain got a nice little giant strider all crafted up for me. He's just a dirty little boy. He's getting up there on my best friends list. I think Gawain said his name was Anterus, but I'm pretty sure I heard Antidorus. So his name is Antidorus until someone corrects me.
And for Ivor, a noble steed, but a bit obscure. A battle steed with stripes rivaling my background. Very bright. And mostly dark and obscure. Matar.
I believe that's everybody.
I think so.
Just sort of this from a meta fourth wall perspective. Everyone thinking about their mounts for a second. Sunflower, in your head, you hear,
"What? I thought I was your best friend. We are going to be such great acquaintances."
I mean, yeah, we are, as long as you don't eat real Philip. I can't have Philip on Philip crime.
Respond if you do not address me by my name.
Just to gently tap the fourth wall. The name I came up with you was a little bit kind of gross, so I'm just gonna keep calling you Philip. But all right, Mister. Just as a sign of mutual respect, Mister, just say it again, and then I'll know it this time.
I am Althrax, the Vicious, and I am not to be trifled with.
The Vicious. All right, I know this whole trip I'm gonna keep saying that, and I'll get it right.
You had better.
All right,
Or
all
else.
cocks. Fuck, don't break my concentration with the threats. Viscous. All right, I'm gonna keep working on it all throbs.
something just outs in the back of your mind, just like, ugh.
Oh, buddy, it's okay. I'm working on it.
So, off to the winery, are we?
I suppose so. And see if we can convince the people there to give us that gem.
Well, that's if they even know it's there. But
Well, I mean, we can't just go digging there without them questioning it.
Yes, I agree with that. We should speak to them.
well, if we must. But unless somebody else wants to lead, I can keep leading the way all the way to the vineyard. Get us there nice and safe and sound.
As long as you keep that rapier, it should do you well. You seem capable enough, more than capable. Much more use than I ever got out of it. I'll leave you to it.
Well,
And Ivor will slowly move closer to the back of the group, just to keep more of a spatial area of effect in case anything happens.
Gawain's chilling in the center of the formation as we ride, so that my aura is extending to everyone.
Riss will ride next to Misty.
Nedro will hang in the back.
I'm going wherever Anteaters is taking me. I'm not really driving him, so wherever he wants to go. Maybe he follows the group, but that's on him, man.
And off we go.
He's fairly smart, so keeps with the pack.
I feel bad for him then, because he really got saddled with a terrible rider.
Ironic, since you're the one with the saddle on him, but
Yeah. I wish they did it out loud.
You didn't say that out loud either.
All right.
Gawain is going to say, as we're riding, just everyone keep your eyes peeled. We might have to fight more wolves or werewolves or druids. I don't know. We've had to fight a lot of things, especially in this area.
We'll keep
Alright,
an eye
I'll keep
out.
an eye out.
And as we continue traveling on, I pull out my lute and just kind of start strumming a little tune. Just to kind of pass the time.
Gawain's gonna join her, actually. He's gonna have basically he has a little notch on the saddle of Orion on his front right shoulder, so that he can hang his axe there if he needs to grab it really quick. So he's just gonna put that there and go ahead and start playing a tune as well. Just trying to match what Misty's doing, because he's not as good as Misty, obviously.
Everyone, Gawain, give me a performance check.
Okay.
I'll say easy enough for you, Misty. This is your day in, day out.
Have proficiency with the loot. Why is it not in there?
First roll of the stream. Just gonna set the tone, guys.
Natural one.
Thank God it's not me.
you know what I can do? I'm gonna join them by repeatedly casting Minor Illusion. Each casting lasts a minute, and I will create the sound of drums to go along with the music they're playing.
Digging it. You can go ahead and roll as well.
Nope.
Oh wait, I'm not really. This isn't that fine.
That's a 25 from Gawain.
Very nice.
Okay.
Gawain may not be able to pick something up on his own, but he can carry a tune for sure.
That is a dirty 20 for my Minor Illusion drums.
And the Minor Illusion drums do a great job.
Can Ivor do like an air guitar with his cantrip mage hand and come along?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes, we love it. You air guitar and you hit your mage hand and you got like a double neck situation going on with both hands.
Yeah, just both hands.
You roll for air guitar.
Yeah, go and roll for
Yeah,
air guitar.
Yeah.
They have air guitar competition, so that makes sense.
If you roll a natural 20, I will say that you do manifest the actual
Double neck
music.
guitar.
Yes, the
Okay.
actual music. You actually make noise.
It was just an 18.
Is this what we're all doing? Oh, and Philip gets into my quarterstaff, and I do my rain stick, and I just flip it over, and it just. I can't wait to ruin it.
Are you maraca-ing it?
Yeah, I'm just shaking it. Oh, there it is.
No, you have guidance.
I don't take.
It's
Yeah,
your
you
guidance. You're the only one with it.
I don't give it to myself. I feel like I'm just off. I go back to saying all throbs.
It's great until you hit it with the rain stick at the wrong time, and it just sort of like echoes, and Althrox like throws the biggest fit.
I hate it when you do this. Why must you play this stupid instrument?
Just trying to get better with my friends, man.
It hurts my head.
Well, maybe if you helped out every once in a while.
Give me a persuasion check.
$16.
Fine.
And you feel yourself. You grabs the rain stick and just sort of like. It's on beat, but it doesn't really do much.
How was that?
Yeah. Oh my god. You've had this talent the whole time and you have not brought it out until now?
Oh, so you liked it?
I did. I don't know if it's just because I'm high, but that was amazing. It was on par with Gawain.
Why, thank you. This is the kindest thing anyone has said to me.
It's really sad.
It is. Now that I think about it.
Oh man, we're gonna have to split this later and really unpack this. Let's just sit back and enjoy everyone else playing well. How about that?
I can accept that.
Alright. Althrox.
Hey!
Internal high five.
Internal high five. You both wink at each other, and you pick different eyes, so you just blink.
Totally in sync.
As you guys continue along the path, you make it to the now destroyed bridge crossing the Raven River, which would lead you to Kresk if the bridge was up. I need somebody to roll a d20 for me.
Dalton, you got
I'll
it.
do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
don't do it.
Roll a 20, you won't.
19.
19. Ah, my man. My man. All right.
If we start having to roll more dice, we're fucked.
I need a d12
Man,
and a
we're
d8.
Yeah, we're fucked.
I'll
I
take
can
the
do
D12.
the D8.
I got the D12.
Alright, D8 from me.
I really should not be volunteering to roll dice. What am I doing?
I got a 3 for the
I got a
D8.
5 on the 12.
Gotta tell Buck to roll the next one, but I think we're dead.
I keep nose nosing, so you're up.
As you guys are passing this destroyed bridge, you hear Sunflower. You catch it first, but it's not hiding. This horse hooves clacking on wood as a torso, just starting at the clavicles of a skeletal torso, just sort of emerges from the other side of this ruined bridge, and then a horse head, and the rest of a skeletal rider on a skeletal horse holding a lantern out, headless, steps up and stops at the edge of that ruined bridge and just watches, or not, because it doesn't have a head.
Question. Oh wait, is Sunflower the only one that sees this?
Oh, I pointed
No.
out immediately.
He's the
if it
first one, but
was.
everyone else notices then, yes.
Is this the same rider we saw earlier on the way? I think it was between Barovia and Ravenloft.
It was between Barovia and Ravenloft.
Okay.
This has a head. This has no head, but it doesn't. It strikes you as similar.
Is it just watching us, or is it like approaching us?
No, it's on the other side of the destroyed bridge. It doesn't seem like it has a way across.
That we know of.
Yeah, ghosts seem to float a lot around here too.
What exactly? Is there... So the other rider did have a head?
The other rider did have a head, yes.
Rip.
So this is either the same one and they lost their head, or there's more than one of them.
I'd wager there's more than one of them.
Yeah, since the last person that we saw like this was... I assumed they weren't the only one that tried to get out of the mists.
Yeah.
The lack of head does intrigue me, though.
It is interesting. Much like the Revenant.
To those watching,
I wonder if
the last time they encountered a skeletal rider like this, both Yana and Riss realized that this was a folktale, a local legend of this is what happens when you try to escape the mists. Somebody tried to ride through it, and they are cursed to bear witness as a skeleton atop a skeletal horse, as penance for their indiscretion. Go ahead, Richard.
much like there would be more than one Revenant, that figure that we encountered. Do you remember it, Gawain?
Sorry, was that you say Gawain?
Yes, that was
Sorry.
directed at Gawain.
Sorry, it didn't come through on my end. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. The very giant, like, white pale figure that was just like walking across the bridge, and we kept trying to like talk to it. The Revenant.
Yeah.
But there was that too. Those are two different encounters.
Yes, two different.
There are cornucopia of undead wandering around Barovia, unfortunately.
I wonder as though this one is similar, if not seeking not to fight, but just to seek peace. I think we should ignore them for the time being, if everyone's okay with that.
I stopped waving at it.
Well, the other one let us pass without too much trouble.
Yeah, I
I
generally
think we
don't.
literally just walked past it, so...
Yeah, I see no reason to fight something just because it's there and looks different. We can walk past.
Agreed.
from the other side of the bridge, a from the horse as it exhales. It's unclear how it makes the sound because it's all bone.
I was about to say it doesn't have lungs.
Magic.
Hey now, we don't judge. I don't breathe, yet I talk. We don't judge here.
How?
We're
They
not
don't
gonna get
breathe?
we're not gonna get into the science of it, Gawain. It just works.
Ivor is just in his head now, just like,
Kind of burying the lead.
Oh, right, Sunflower. I don't breathe. I don't need to eat. It's kind of a long story.
Oh, I mean, whatever floats your boat, I guess. Is it a choice of the breathing, or is it just you don't?
I just don't. I didn't choose it per se. It's just kind of a fact.
But like, you can smell it and stuff. You can take it in. Like, say you had a good old buddy that had a little bit of something to puff on. Hypothetically speaking, that is.
I think I could get high. Yes, I can consume food. I consume potions. I
Okay, we're right. I have no concerns about this situation anymore.
I will say it to everyone, to Chewbacca, and also everyone watching. Riss does appear to be breathing most of the time.
That's commitment to the cause right there.
No, people just get very weirded out when I am just still.
That's what they told Bella.
As you guys continue and pick back up and continue past, who was in the back?
As far as I know, Nedro alone, but I don't know if anyone else is with him.
It was
No,
Ned and
I'm
Ivor.
Okay.
Ned, Ivor, Cesar.
Okay. Everyone else sort of rounds the curve and passes by the trees, continuing onward. Though you guys in the very back catch this creature as it stands perfectly still until the last moment and gallops twice and leaps across the edge of this bridge before, and everyone hears this. It's not at all inconspicuous. Catching everyone's attention, you hear the clack, 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 and the bones just sort of disassemble and just sort of turn into like a tornado for a second, before reassembling, but in a different form. They build themselves into a different shape and just picks up into the air. Everyone sort of looks back over their shoulder, and where there once was a headless skeletal rider atop a skeletal steed, there is now a headless skeletal dragon figure just flying the opposite direction, headed southeast from your current position.
Let's see. So potentially in the direction of Barovia, the village?
Yes. Roughly that direction, yes.
Got it.
Is it good?
Looks like it is. Flying away.
Nedro, I'm glad you saw that. I don't know how to explain that.
I just froze up. I heard they sense movement, so I just...
No, see, at this point, there's always some spooky stuff going on.
It's kind
Getting
of
kinda old.
exhausting. Yeah.
But I'm not that old.
Ugh.
I mean, it is Barovia.
Yeah, but you can only use that so much. Like, it's just Barovia, and then murder hands come from the ground. Like, no. Get out of here.
Make a dexterity check as murder hands come from the ground.
Oh, I spoke them
No,
into
no.
existence.
Those come from the sewers. We know this.
I think it was murder hands, an old story I once heard from a friend of mine in the Icewind Dale, where they tried to get his camp and busted through.
Oh, your
think-
friend Baron that you mentioned?
Yeah. How crazy is that?
I'd really like to meet him someday.
He's
Kind
a
of curious about anyone who's known you prior to this whole adventure.
he's a character, that one. He kinda talks with a country accent. I can't do his accent. It's tough. I don't know how to.
For some reason, I'm pretty sure you could do his accent if you really wanted to.
I'm nervous. I can't do it.
We could stop paying attention if you wanted to try.
I'm gonna think of everyone naked. Yep, that's having its own issues now. No, we'll pick this up later. So where's the dragon going?
Really hope my sunglasses were already imagined me naked.
That was the
Tell
only
him
thing
that they
on.
were, but they were not on his eyes.
Yeah, I want to keep that between you, me, and Philip. I mean, Eltrox. Momentary slip.
Approximately how far are we in time from the vineyard? Since we've been there before, our characters might have an idea.
Another hour and a half to 2 hours.
Got it. And then I wanted to remind everybody, if you got a magic item that needs attunement from the Knot Hag who
Lease.
causes twerkquakes, you could do so now.
Didn't we already attune to those? I
That's
could've
fine.
sworn-
If you haven't, you can.
Okay.
But also, I don't know who hasn't, just in case, as a reminder. Especially since I think the ring, which I forget if it needs attunement, was passed from Gawain to Sunflower.
I will attune to my wand of viscous globs. Or viscid globs.
Viscoid?
Octua.
Viscid.
I am
Oh
excited
my
to use-
god, can you actually call it that? The Wand of Hawktua, like Richard said?
No, not the meme. I said that as a joke.
You brought it up!
It's on you, dude.
This is your fault, Richard.
100%.
Yeah.
You did this to us.
It has to make that sound every time they use it.
That is canon now. It
Take him
does.
now.
Oh god!
Do it.
Hawktua!
The wand of Octua.
You guys can both have inspiration.
Yay!
Worth it.
That was
I
great.
attuned to my pinky ring of free action.
Nice.
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 It's on
I
my
can
wall,
only
it's on.
imagine what Chad is saying right now.
Not
Not
much
enough
so
people yet,
far.
but we're gonna have to.
Ring of Hawktua. The wand of Hawktua.
I need to hold on. Let me note that down. Hold on.
Going,
Yes,
going into
please
the-
make note of the canon.
Yeah,
Wand of-
make sure
how do
you
you-
hold on to the wand of Octua.
How do you spell
think it's-
How do
Hawktua?
you how do you spell hawk?
I think it's HAUKTWAH.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Wah.
Twa.
Oh,
Makes the sound.
Input meme. Hold on, I got a soundboard here somewhere.
Quack twa. in use.
Now I gotta go into the fucking quotes thing and put that in there.
You want to look at it?
Yes. We must remember this.
Although I guess the quote technically comes directly from the wand.
Mm-hmm. The wand. Cast spell. I hope she does well. Good for her.
Spit on that thing.
You get me?
All right. So you guys are continuing on. Let's see. You guys gradually come off the beaten path. It's a little bit less traveled here, as you have experienced before. I need somebody else to roll a d20.
Fuck.
Me.
Okay.
All you.
Is that a 5? Oh shit. That's a 5.
No, 5 is good in this context.
The dragon turns around.
It's fine.
Hey guys.
Everyone freeze again. We practiced this.
It doesn't have a head. It can't have a breath weapon. It's fine.
It does have a spine and it can be shot, though.
Spine weapon.
But yes, so you guys continue onward from there. As you break the clearing, I need one more d20 roll.
Got it.
Got it.
14.
Hey.
14.
Tarask.
We all get 100 gold for just starting on the way.
15 or higher in the wilderness. Oh, fine. The trees break, and you see a familiar clearing with 2 crops of trees, one to your left and slightly elevated, one to your right, and more or less even with you. I need everyone to give me a perception check. A familiar homestead looms in the background, almost silhouetted against the mist and the fog that interferes between that interposes itself between you and everything else.
Gawain is going to go ahead and, as we're approaching, he's going to take out of the puzzle box of holding. He's going to pull out his spyglass and go and hand it over to Sunflower.
Does that have a mechanical benefit?
I don't know. It might.
It did until I looked at it in the wrong way.
Well, now you have disadvantage.
Thank you.
If you were to look through the spyglass, I'll give you advantage.
Every fiber of my D&D being wants to look in the wrong way, but I know we couldn't do it.
So that's a 14 for Misty.
Okay.
And in typical Ned fashion, I rolled a 2.
21 with advantage.
Nice,
I rolled
nice.
I got an 18.
Would have been 19
4.
with disadvantage, so.
Holy shit.
4 from Gawain.
I actually rolled a natural 15.
Nice.
Hey.
For a total of... I don't know what your perception bonus is.
I don't think he has
Nothing.
one.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
I think
that's why it was a
I
natural
rolled a
15.
15.
I,
Gotcha. Okay.
I was searching for why it was said like that.
Far be it for me to know that.
Yeah.
My mistake.
Sorry.
That's okay.
No, you
I'm
got
just
so
kidding.
many things to plan about.
Yeah, sometimes it's... Yeah, no, that's fine. So... Ivor. It looks... Misty, you don't have a frame of reference for anything. This appears to be the vineyard. Gawain, you're a little distracted by stuff, and so you don't necessarily clock anything out of the ordinary. You're just like, okay, this is fine. There's no immediate threats. We need to keep going.
Ned's distracted by his Bloodwell vial. He's just so happy he has one.
Yes, just sort of like jingling it around as with a couple of drops of blood you put in it. She's like, ooh, there it goes. I got fun. That makes me happy. It makes me happy that you are happy. And guys, just remember, try not to turn your cameras off if you can avoid it. I know it messes with stuff on the stream, apparently.
Nope, it's all good.
Oh, sorry. As soon as you said that,
That's okay. We make it work.
Yeah,
we keep it pushing. This is session 1, or stream 1, session 65.
Exactly.
It's fine. We're doing great, guys.
Yeah, the good thing is I can turn off video on my side, so if you have to go off camera, just let me know, and I can turn it off my side, so it displays a portrait of your token, of your character.
Hey,
Also,
that's right.
It's 4 more sessions.
my safe word is pineapple.
It's 4 more sessions before we get to the session number that Dalton started counting sessions for in the first place.
Exactly. This is the sole reason that he started counting.
Yeah.
I was out shopping with my mom today, and she was buying yarn, and she was like, how much did we have? How much is the running total? And I was like, $69. Nice. And she looks at me, she's like, why do you say that? Why do you gotta go there? And I was like, it's funny. I just think it's silly.
It is.
At least it wasn't a why Evan explain it.
it's a base bomb. Yeah.
It's just
It's not a phase.
Look
okay.
at your pictures.
But
You show pictures of
Sunflower
me as a
flips his
baby.
emo hair.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. What does Ivor see?
Ivor, the silhouette looks different. The house was besieged before, but now its structure seems to have changed. Something's different. Riss, you weren't here
The first time I've been
last
here.
time, but this doesn't make any sense unless this is a house with a courtyard in it. I mean, I guess that makes sense for a vineyard. Maybe it has an outdoor bit in the middle that they can sort of like do some indoor protected growing kind of thing, where it's like inside the home but access to the outside. And Sunflower, with your spyglass, you sort of give it a once over. And you guys are sort of mulling it over, and Sunflower, it's, oh no, this doesn't look good. It certainly is different in its silhouette, and it certainly does now have an outdoor courtyard in the middle, because the house has been severely damaged. There is a large tree that was not there before, just out of the center of this home, and it's the sides of the house are still standing, but the center bit has just been ripped down, almost like a kaiju style, walked through and just destroys it. And then a tree was planted in its place. It's not great. It's no wonder there is no more wine. There is no more vineyard to be making the wine. Let me throw you on the map so you know what you're looking at. Where is the Wizard of Wines?
DM.
Wonderful Wizard of
Yes.
Wines.
Actually, before I say anything, does anyone communicate that to Gawain, who is
Yes.
open book.
very
Yes.
Go ahead.
Ivor very openly communicates this.
I let you know that it's a burned down building.
Oh. Okay.
Do we see anyone around?
It's kind of raised. It's a bittersweet thing because they died here, so I don't really feel it's totally bad that the vineyard is destroyed.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't there supposed to be a vineyard here?
Yeah, it's right there. I point at the very much demolished vineyard.
Well, was this your fault, or is this something else?
Tough to say.
Not you specifically. I meant like just the party in general. Every time I've interacted with them outside of the party, they have just caused destruction most of the time. So,
yep, I'm a happy member of that destruction.
As we approach it, when you say raise, does it mean like looks like just fire, or just like things destroyed, or do we see any like residue or anything that can pinpoint what caused this?
The big old tree.
It's hard to pinpoint. There are bits of flame. There's scorched bits, areas that look blackened, fires that have raged and burned out. Nothing active currently, but it does not look like this house was torched and burned to the ground. It looks like it was like knocked down actively by some massive creature. Or some sort of collection of other creatures.
God, I was gonna say, do we see any footprints then, or anything like that?
Give me a survival check.
We all know Nedro the sorcerer is good at that. So
Ned, I'll help. Let me lend you my keen eyes.
And my eyes.
And our eyes.
So I
would like to point out
on
those...
that one.
Yes, I believe.
Yeah, I think
Sunflower,
it's
you're
funnier
proficient,
if you
right?
roll. Yeah, but I think it's funnier if you roll.
We're not proficient.
I'm not.
Survival. Not in survival.
Get fucked.
Oh, fuck. Well, my first roll was an 18, and the second one was the 11.
Okay, that's fine.
I used to be.
18. You guys are approaching slowly, I assume, trying to figure out the lay of the land.
Yes.
What direction are you guys approaching from? That'll dictate how this resolves itself. Let's start way back
more
onto the
sense for
main map.
you to tell us, because we're coming in from wherever the map was showing, right?
Yeah.
So you guys
We're
are
coming in from the east.
I was gonna say, where was the house? Where did we? Because
So
we
this
met
is
the
where
house.
you guys
on the-
are. Yes. So you guys get spat out from the trees at this little fork point here, and then the house you can see new over here.
Mm-hmm.
So we would be. I assume we'd go straight on, right? So just
Okay.
from this direction,
That's fine. So
like east
not
by
a-
southeast.
West? What?
Coming from the east, heading west.
From the east
Yes.
and west. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Sorry, I meant.
West.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weast.
Going west.
Oh, that again.
Well, it's better than east.
We're going back to the sun god. Weast.
West.
I'm going to go ahead and, as we start to approach, just in case we need to remain uniform in speed, I'm going to go ahead and have the density of Cassiopeia to increase her speed by 10 feet.
Are they
Okay.
slower than everybody else?
Yes, they have a 40-foot speed.
Oh.
And that gets us all to 50 on the mounts. Okay, cool. Perfect.
So Cesar will just be trailing behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he only has 40. My baby boy.
But didn't you make those long
Homer.
strider scrolls?
You could burn one if you needed to.
Yeah,
I-
I'm gonna burn one.
Oh, you
So-
don't have to, but it's just a good thing to know.
With my roll of 18, did I clock what it was?
Hey.
Yeah.
yeah, I want that inspiration back. No, I'm kidding.
I already
Uncle
have it. I
Big
can just
Up.
double inspiration.
There aren't. Within 18, you're pretty certain that there hasn't been a lot of
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of traffic here on this side of the road. This dirt footpath.
So if it was like a stampede thing, I still couldn't be able to tell if it's like one giant thing or several things or whatever.
Potentially you might be able to if this had been where they traveled, but you're
Got it.
fairly certain that they didn't come this way. If anything did come down.
Got it. Okay.
Can Ivor do an investigation check to see if there are any traps that would have gone off
Yeah, absolutely.
or are
Go
about
for
to
it.
go off?
Can I aid him in that? Give him advantage? I do have proficiency in investigation.
Nice.
Ooh. Two different dimensions. Still tech buddies.
It's still tech buddies. Listen, I'm an intelligence-based character. What do you want from me? I'm smart.
I will be proficient in all of the intelligence skills. That's just what's going to happen.
Don't call me out like that.
Nailed it!
I think there's only one that I'm not proficient in, actually.
Objection!
It's nature.
It's nature. Okay. Nice.
That's why we have a druid.
I rolled 17 2 times in a row.
Excellent.
So
to see it.
investigation for this Ivor. Chat, don't worry about it. +7. So 23 or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, 24. This does not appear to have any traps here. This is a anything that would have been here would have had to been very well camouflaged. And you are certain that there is nothing to be found here. Even the smallest little variation, you're checking, you're touching, you're figuring out, you're checking and making sure no danger here whatsoever from traps like that.
The path is clear from what I can tell. Let's continue forward and assess the situation.
Can we go back to the map with the vineyard on it?
Yes, we can.
Real quick, did he say that I can't turn my camera off without saying something, or I could?
Just come
let
up
me
with a
know.
safe word.
No, you can just.
I'm gonna turn it off briefly.
lower left.
Okay.
Bonk. Wait, is that the sound it makes when you?
No, I don't think it's an actual sound that it makes.
Oh no, I'm a black void. Oh no, I look like a penis.
I'm not touching any of this.
So as we're approaching,
Thank you.
does Misty detect the presence of any specific gem-shaped objects as she pulls out a
Pull out your little lantern.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Let's see. So I got you on that page. Let me see how far. So we're looking at 1,000 feet is. Gosh. 0.2 miles.
Dalton, help.
Let me do
5280 is a mile.
Yeah, 5,280. So 1,000 of that is like 20%.
Yep.
Thank you, Bob. Love you.
Engineer. Stop it.
Hey,
It's hot enough in this room as it is.
So, as you guys are approaching, I guess the question is, it will at some point how close do you guys get to the actual building itself?
Well, first, I'm gonna ask Misty. Have you? Did you know that this place was like this?
You mean, was it a vineyard or that it's completely wrecked?
That it's kind of not the vineyards anymore.
No, this is a first for me. I hadn't been here for quite a while. Last time I saw it, it was thriving.
Okay.
Yeah, that certainly explains the lack of wine shipments.
It's a
It
real
definitely
shame,
wasn't
'cause I'm
this
kinda
bad last
thirsty.
time we were here. It was getting there, but not this bad.
Yeah, it was mostly druidy last time we were here.
Yeah. And I'll just be waiting on whenever we think we want the pass without a trace. Philip, your Philip sneakers are ready for you all when you want them. Just give me the little heads up. I can't give it to or can I give it to the mounts?
Yeah, it's everyone within 30 feet.
Oh man.
And that
we
still doesn't
still-
have a limit, right? Like on number of people or what are creatures?
I don't think
That's
so.
what I was checking
It's
now.
just
Nope.
everyone
Just
within 30
everyone.
feet.
That's what I checked. And
Awesome.
Gawain confirmed.
Riss is very confused. The what now?
Oh, it's Philip sneakers. My little guys will go under your feet to make sure that you don't crack any branches, slip, fall, make loud noises. If you've got big old armor, they go in the cracks and they soften up the squeaks.
Ah.
Any
See.
follow-up questions?
Nope.
I'm happy to answer all of these.
Nope.
As this conversation proceeds, Ivor dismounts Matar and starts weaving signs.
What do you mean?
Ritual casting detect magic.
Yeah, we'll do that before we approach, if that's possible. We'll let our ritual casters cast for a second, and then we'll mount back up and move in.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So
10
after
minutes
that,
for-
when we mount up, and then I'll do pass without trace the minute we mount back up.
Okay. So we got 10 minutes for detect magic. Is there any other rituals that we're going to be popping off here?
Yeah, so I take out the big blunt again, right?
So I started blasting.
That's his spell focus. The blunt. It's a druidic focus.
What you didn't notice last time is that all of the druids just had a fat blunt. They were all just smoking the whole time.
I mean, it makes sense. It's made for
There's no
nature.
chance I didn't recognize that. Do you know how quickly I would have been trying to go for peace? Like, these are our friends. They must have the vineyard.
We must allow them to take what they need. What if
I
they're going
don't-
to... Go ahead.
Riss does not have any spells that they need to cast at this moment. I will probably be ready to cast Identify at any point if we need it, but
I mean, if we
I'm gonna let
find anything
Ivor-
tasty.
yeah, I'm gonna let Ivor lead with the Detect Magic before we
Yeah.
get there.
Okay. Sounds good. Detect magic up. And it's good for what, 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Or an hour?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Sounds good. All right. So, y'all mount back up. Pass without a trace, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Casted being the honorable good tabaxi boy.
I welcome the Phillips.
Alright, guys, you know the deal.
Very well.
Are you gonna go help them?
I believe that you wanted me to. Unless I
Okay.
misread this.
No, yeah, I just didn't know that you had the capability, man. We're still sussing each other out. You can go join the boys. I
So-
like
As Philip sort of comes over you guys, you are overcome by the spirit of Philip. And they're slimier than they used to be, since you now also have a little Althrox the Vicious mixed in there with your Philips.
I've never been so mad at you for talking about my baby boys like that. You keep their fucking name out your mouth.
Ew, you got your Althrax in with my Philip. No, you got your Philip in with my Althrax.
Sunflower.
Yeah.
Philip feels
Great.
more viscousy than usual.
Oh.
That was me.
Oh, that's my boy, Althrax. Drax. Sorry, it's gonna take us some getting used to. He's joining along, he's helping.
I thought you said his name was Alcox.
I could have sworn I heard Anthrax.
So, yeah, I did brainstorm a few things on the way over, but we had a chat, him and I, and we actually have a lot in common.
We really do.
You guys keep on seeing me like look up and like one eye just kind of goes like cross-eyed for a second, and whenever I'm like talking to Althrox.
Oh, sorry.
Right. So yeah, we're just gonna be more on the same page now. I feel like we were really fighting each other, you know. Two cooks in the kitchen, but now we're just two buds busting. I don't know. Let's go.
Sunflower. Interesting question. Do you have to eat for two now?
1 second. I go cross-eyed. I ask.
While you're cross-eyed, I think that's what Lee said. That's why we thought he was pregnant at first.
My bad, you made choice. I come back.
I am very hungry.
Oh yes, we are very hungry.
I'll pull out like a really nice big like Scooby-Doo style sandwich and just hand it over to nice. Sunflower.
You're hitting all the notes, Gawain. You're just fucking crushing it, man.
You know what? Between all the cupcakes and sandwiches, I hope you're like keeping track of it like a ranger would of their arrows. Just like click one off every time you use it.
I'm gonna make you an item, and it's gonna have like 800 charges. Yes, and it's just gonna be like the cupcake counter, the ring of cupcake counting. No, but Althrox.
I like him. We should spend more time with him. He feeds us.
And he takes care of us, and he's a big old source of light, and he's a big old teddy bear, and he might be up there in the top 5 of my best friends, but he's not like Ned. We have to sit down and really get to know Ned more. You're gonna love him.
Does he also make excellent food?
No. But he makes up for it with witty candor, which I know you like.
I think I like this marshmallow better.
Alright, well we can talk about it. I mean, to each our preference, right? I'm not gonna invalidate your feelings, Althrax, okay? You can feel however you want.
Very well. I believe we had business to attend to.
Oh yeah, we're being sneaky boys.
And while we're being sneaky, Ivor will take them back for a few seconds and offer 3 drops of blood.
Wait, to who?
¿Por qué?
Okay, no los dos.
I'm not sure what's going on. They
Yeah.
said 3 drops of blood for what
Does it
reason?
give it to
And to
Phillips?
whom?
I think it's just bleeding on people.
Oh, man.
But it's not what I'm into, so hopefully not Ned.
I
No, it's
was in a
not.
cult like that for a while, but it's, man, it's not fun for anyone except for the
Oh,
leader.
I mean, Riss is always bleeding all over the place, but that's when they're casting magic.
Okay, first off, it's not bleeding all over the place. It doesn't get anywhere.
It gets all over the enemies when you like fireball them with blood.
Only when I want it to.
Riss, I actually have a question. Do your abilities only work if you're bleeding?
Some of them. Speaking of, Riss is gonna go ahead and do a point of damage.
That was kind of Gawain's point.
Oh.
He doesn't know as the healer how to say please cut yourself, so he's just kind of like leaving it in the air.
Everyone's cutting themselves.
Just a
I'm not kidding
small
myself.
nick. They're like, okay, I'm good now. See, and they like hold up their palm. It's like, look, the blood isn't going anywhere, guys. It's fine.
All the cool kids are doing it. I cut it and sap comes out, and I just go, oh.
What is that?
I don't know, man. I'm dealing with some stuff. Go focus on the blood one.
And Misty
Why don't we?
yes.
No, what? Let's focus on the vineyard that is gone.
Misty
And
sees
the gem.
You're
Good
so smart,
news.
Riz.
Good news. If there's no one here, we can take the gem without anyone being the wiser. Right?
Yep, I agree.
Oh, I definitely like this plan very much.
Well,
Easier, for sure.
as long as we're whispering.
So as Misty sees Riss do this little damage to herself, she'll afterwards she'll take Riss's hand and give it a little kiss and cast. Which one was it? Which spell was it that I have? Healing word on it.
They get picked.
But if she heals you, you wouldn't be able to use your.
Yeah,
Can
if you do that,
can I
then
stop, Misty?
That's fine.
Stop, Misty. Like as I recognize what's happening, like no. I need it's fine. It's fine. I promise. It'll be gone later. I need to do it, and then I'll like just
I just want to
essentially
feel.
like control some of the blood to like kind of like circle around my hand. Like I need it to do this. It'll be fine. I promise.
Now that I understand. In that case, here's a little bit of bonusing for you. And she gives her a bardic inspiration instead, along with a kiss.
Riss flushes and accepts.
I look at Ned.
I'll whisper. Yeah, she's laying it on a little bit thick. I'm not too sure how Riss feels about it.
I guess we'll unpack that later.
Well, if you were jealous, all you had to do is say something. I got plenty more for you too, if you like.
I'm an allergic.
Meanwhile, Cesar is just in the background scanning everything. Like, what the fuck?
But yeah, we should move in stealthily.
I think we should really focus. We're getting distracted by a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, like what? I'm looking the wrong way, and I'm like,
It's not my fault.
Riss
She's so distracted.
tries to take point, and we have passed without a trace. They move forward.
hey, you go and grab me because I'm the center point. You just bring me along with you.
Yeah,
like
yes.
very carefully touching. Like,
you, Riz,
okay,
thank
we're
you,
going
Riz.
this way now.
Yep.
So should we roll
My
some
bad.
stealth checks for that pass without a trace?
Yes, please.
Alright.
You want for
Oh.
us and for the mounts, or just for us?
It's also a plus
Either-
15 because of Gawain's plus 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
No, wait, is it
it's
saving throws
only?
saves. It saves
Yeah.
only, yeah.
Saves only, yeah.
Okay.
Either you or the mount, whichever is stealthier.
Oh, it's gotta be me, right?
Wait,
I'm gonna be
whatever
upset when my
stealthier
mount
or
is-
what's less stealthy?
Whichever stealthier. I don't mind if your stealth bonus is higher than your mount. I don't mind you using yours.
So
I
my
think
question
Gawain cares
is,
because he has disadvantage, but his pet doesn't.
that would be exactly that.
That's fine. You can choose whose stealth to use. That's fine. I don't
Oh,
mind.
hell yeah! I will not argue.
Surprisingly,
31 from
Nedro
the
is stealthier.
Sunflower Gang.
That's sad.
I will be using my bardic inspiration.
I mean, I guess it makes sense for a mechanical ram not to be stealthy.
So that's a 35.
Very nice.
31.
I
20.
can't do math.
34 for Gawain.
Nice, nice.
20
Orion-
for
Orion, be stealthy.
for Riss and Canis.
You said 24?
24.
And then Ivor and Cesar does have his own stealth. Ivor and
Yeah, I'm
Matar.
rolling for. Oh yeah. Do I have to roll for Matar?
No, it's either you or Matar, whoever you want to roll for, whoever's you prefer.
No, I rolled I rolled bad for Ivor.
Okay, that's fine.
And the-
we'll stick with that.
Remember, you get a +10 automatically for the passive.
Yes, you
trace.
do get
No.
a +10.
It's a pass without a trace.
Yeah, so you get a plus 15 total because I think your stealth bonus is a 5.
Yes, yours is a 5. Matar's is only a +1. So then, yeah, we'll stick with yours. So what did you roll on the dice?
On the dice, I rolled a 9.
A 9 on the dice, plus 15 is 24. Not bad. And then Cesar?
Okay, Cesar. I'm trying to load that up. I'm just gonna tell you what's on the dice.
I don't think the Steel Defender gets stealth proficiency. I think it's just its Dex modifier.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah. 11.
11 plus 10 for the Pass Without Trace is a 21.
Go.
All in all, everyone over 20.
Pass Without Trace doing fucking work.
Yeah, that is.
Amen.
We
DM, I
love
have a
to see it.
question.
Yes.
This tree that is here,
Yes.
that's new?
Speaking to the other members of the party who have been here before, yes, it is new.
Do we want to go check out that tree? I'm just getting weird vibes from it, it's the only thing that's like alive may not be the right word, but it's not destroyed like the rest of this place.
Does seem a bit odd.
It's a great place to start.
And as we approach, do I start to get any tingles?
Yes. When you guys hit 500, once you get within 500 feet of the main house, off to your right, your lantern starts to lean like diagonally away from the house.
I'm just gonna steer Cassie in that direction.
And it sort of like magnetically adjusts like a compass.
Yep. Whether everybody else
Can
follows
we-
or not, I'm just going.
Oh, you're just
I'm-
like the last one.
I'll go with and I'll point at Misty. I'm not going to be probably not going to be very good at figuring out whatever that is. Nature's not my thing.
Yeah, I'm used to watching party members just kind of eat, so I just see just to make sure that Missy stays within the 30.
And Riss, as Misty makes the turn and you kind of turn with her, something that you may notice is that she not only is she holding a lantern, middle of the day, but growing from the area right around her hairline, these little woody stumps start to grow out.
Oh.
They're not super thick, but they sort of like push up out of the brow ridge, and sort of, it's like
Crown of Thorns?
it's like if you've read Artemis Fowl, the way that they describe Mulch Diggum's beard, where it's like thick hairs that sort of like move on their own. That's sort of the vibe that's coming out. They're just dark little. They look like woody bits, and they're sort of animated.
Okay. Riss seems to clock this, but doesn't say anything as we kind of like move away from the party.
And Sunflower is trying to split the difference, or he is drifting toward the two who are sort of
I'm
veering off.
clacking at the guys behind me to focus up because I'm very used to following ones that are kind of splitting off. So I'm splitting the difference, giving them the opportunity to catch up, but I don't want us to get alerted or them to be alerted to us because these two have shied away. I'm going.
Gawain is going to go ahead and just whisper, "We need to stick together," and try to have Orion stealthily catch up. Make sure that we're staying in formation as one group, hopefully, depending on what everyone else does.
So we got Misty, Riss, Gawain, and Sunflower drifting almost away from the house. Are you guys all following suit as a group?
Yeah, why not?
So are we all going toward the tree or away from the tree?
Misty's lantern is locating something away from the house, which is away from the tree. And it seems the group is drifting in that direction. Are you sticking with them?
I don't want to split the party. I'm staying with the party.
Gotcha. Sounds good. So you guys drift. You're not quite at the house yet. You're still a good 100, 200 feet off, but you're veering off to the side. Actually, you were within 500 feet of the house, so you're not quite on the map just yet, but you can go ahead and put your tokens on there a while. That's fine. And dang it. Anyway, excuse me. You guys drift and follow this lantern away into the fields that are now trampled. Ned, as you're continuing you were looking for tracks and footprints. These fields have been flattened. The plants stomped into the earth. There's a lot of like widespread, just sort of tamped down into and just sort of smushed into the earth that fed them. There are also periodic and frequent large, like what must have been incredibly heavy footfalls. They are much deeper than everything else. And they are a good...
Like I'm actively hearing it or just seeing there's like these really big...
No, Yes, you see the big footprints.
And when you say big like the size of all of us combined, like it fills a 5 foot square, like what's big?
Like Monster House.
The footprints are like 5 feet wide, and they're not like a foot. They're just this shape, this roughly round shape that just pressed into the ground before being lifted off and leaving this massive indentation.
So like 5 foot diameter, circular shape all over the place. Going in any particular direction, it looks like, or?
No, it meanders. It's clear that it's one path, but it meanders. It's like it was just wanton destruction, as best you can see.
Question. What were... Did we see the house move? Lys's
No.
house? Okay.
No, you did not.
Okay. It didn't
Not
have, like,
except-
legs or anything?
Not obvious legs. Oh no, Ned did do a once around, didn't he? Oh, but I don't think you rolled very well.
I rolled for my perception or
For your
investigation.
investigation.
That was a 6. You mean for my nature, for my survival check? You mean?
No. Last session for your investigation of Lisa's house.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, I don't think you
Good lord.
rolled very well
No.
on that bit.
Yeah,
Probably
okay, so
didn't. I
no.
usually don't.
No obvious signs of locomotion for that house.
Okay, just double checking. Don't mind me. Just checking my theories.
Uh-huh.
All right. But yes, you guys are continuing off in this diagonal right into the fields, bearing off the looking at the map, headed to the left side, to the the western side. But to you, from your perspective, approaching the house in front of you, it's off to your right. And the Misty, you feel a stronger and stronger pull from this lantern and the light begins to glow brighter and brighter. A nice, vibrant green.
Can Orion do a perception check to see if he can pick up any scents in the area?
Yeah, that's fine.
Like see if any like scents catch the wind, and alert him to any like hidden creatures and nearby or something like that.
Mhm.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Good to know. Misty, you're coming in you're continuing forward, and the light flares and then fades and then flares and then fades, as if it's signaling that something has changed. Instinctively, you know you're at that spot. There's like a shake to the lantern as it feels the pull of whatever object it's latched onto. As Gawain with a dirty 20, the wind does shift and it blows from the house. Orion just sort of checking it out always. He picks it up and immediately transmits to you that there are strong sense of these. It smells strongly of unkempt humanoid, as the druids did. Specific, is it the same specific individuals? Maybe not, but it's smells strongly of body odor, of foul smells that these druids were that these druids exhibited. You are not alone up here.
I will very quietly and as quickly as possible communicate that to everybody.
Okay. And as we kind of get over the top of the thing that the lantern has been leading us to, they say, so does anybody by chance have a shovel or a spade or something we can kind of dig in the ground a bit?
Yes.
Yes.
And,
Mine's better. Mine's better, Gwen. You don't know yet, but I'm pretty good at digging.
and I will point at the ground and it says, you might want to start digging right there then.
Great, Phillips. Mold earth.
Oh shit.
He has an earthen counterpart to my shape water.
Jesus
So
Christ.
I just exhumed the whole area.
I was just gonna have Cesar just like dig at the ground.
Oh no, Ivor, don't worry. I'm just being very smug about it. I get it.
And now we need a proper firebender and airbender. Casters get on it.
Well, we
It's
do
on
already
fire.
I got fire.
We do already have
I
a,
use
a
firebolt
window
too,
bender.
but it's window bender.
Is that sand bender?
Could be.
It would
Which
be.
counts as earth still.
Yeah.
It counts as earth.
Yep.
The Philip just sort of, and it just scoops it out of the way, and the rattling just starts getting noticeable now, like audible. You can hear it jangling on the rings. Nothing obvious yet. Apparently, from what Lee showed you, they glow gold. So there's no glow yet. You go back in for another. With Philip goes for another pass.
Yep, just keep
And
directing me. And I'm like a maestro, just bringing up the dirt and pushing it. And
this second pass scoops it out, and there is a little bit of golden light just bursts from the earth as it.
While they're doing this,
glimmer-
can I
go
keep
ahead.
watch around us?
Yes, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Can I join that in as well?
Yes, you
with
may.
with Orion.
Yeah, that's
too
fine.
busy.
I mean, you can with Orion. I don't know with scent if that's going to give you a whole lot more, since the wind already caught it.
He's not going to do scent. He's not going to have advantage.
Got it.
Okay, got it.
He's doing it based off of sound and sight.
Understood. Does he have keen hearing as well?
Oh, so he's not getting advantage.
Okay,
But he does have
got it.
perception proficiency. So
Got it. Understood.
the big
So
nat
as-
one from Orion.
Ooh, buddies.
Shit.
Nothing. 4 and a 1. Nothing.
That is a perception. Math.
That's
19
okay.
from Gawain.
Oh, 19 from Gawain as well. Okay. You guys are looking. Nothing seems to be moving at the moment, but you're keeping watch as this second scoop rakes across the earth, and just dipping down another couple of feet, and this glow just peeks through the top of the soil. The lantern immediately just sort of like leans toward it directly, and it opens up into a holding cage of sorts, and the yellow gold gem in the soil lifts up and hits a stop as it is like rooted into the soil, and it shakes and it pulls before the roots break, and it flies toward the lantern cage that Misty has.
I don't like that it took you that long to come up with their name, like it's not their real name.
I wanted to say Yana.
Yeah, keep in mind, Sarah played a different character not too long ago.
It flies there. And the lantern closes down around it. It's slightly expanded, as it's now housing this large pine cone sized gem. But you've gotten what you came for.
What's that?
Well, I think this is why we're here. So we can leave if you want. Unless you still want to check out
Gawain.
Yeah.
Immediately as this pulls itself out and breaks off the roots, a wave of motion just rushes out through the ruined field in your direction, like in a shock wave almost, and just sort of arcs out and fans out in front of you. And that's where we're going to break.
Oh no, the tree's coming.
It's cool, guys. It's only going towards Gawain according to the way he said it.
Correct.
Everyone else
Correct.
is safe.
That's
Everyone
fine.
else is unaware of it, so they're not targeting anyone else.
This is how
Thank God.
Yeah, okay, so perfect. So we're all safe.
Sounds
And Gawain has like the most saving throw power ever. He's fine.
Probably, right? It's fine.
He got
It's fine.
he got slammed against a tree like twice. He'll be fine.
So let's do 15 minutes. Reconvene here 30, 31.
So,
Being attacked by.
I just want to inspect
We are
the
back.
tree.
I know, I was gonna be
Don't worry,
so
it's coming to
sad
do that for you.
if I don't get to
Tree's
use my
coming to
wand
inspect you.
of Wok Twa.
Oh God, did I really make that a thing?
You did.
I think you did.
You did. This
Yeah, you
is
said
all
it.
your
God,
fault.
shit.
100%.
You know me. I latch on to whatever lore you guys give.
Exactly. All right. Welcome back, everybody. We wasted no time in getting right back into things. And yes, so as this gem is magnetically ripped from the earth and its rooted state, almost a silent alarm goes out. And Gawain is the first to notice as this shockwave just sort of through the destruction and weeds that have grown up. You now realize you're walking on mulched surfaces, which is beginning to set off alarm bells of, oh no. Recalling how these things moved around last time. And I need everyone to roll initiative. Hold on to the numbers. I'll be right. I'll come around the horn for them.
And just to remind me, our mounts go on our turn, correct? As a free
Yes.
action. Okay.
Yes.
I forget, if we roll with D&D Beyond on mobile, does it show in the Roll20 chat, or does it have to be from computer?
No. It'll. I think it should show.
Okay.
No, it'll show.
doesn't.
It'll show
Oh,
on
not in that, but
D&D
it'll show in the
Beyond.
log.
Yeah, because it's a widget, an extension that does that transfer.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Boop. It's about right.
Yep. Lovely, big, huge numbers.
Ooh. I'm very excited.
I got a 4.
I got it. 5.
Well, you definitely beat me with that 4. I got a
I mean,
6.
I'm not telling you what I got because I'm holding off on the number as instructed because I'm a good player.
I know. I'm hearing all these numbers and I'm like, damn, am I gonna be like
That's
up
not
in
what-
initiative order? Like
I
what?
think so.
Yeah.
Ooh,
After
boy.
we've all been slaughtered by the trees.
Hypothetical 5.
Okay.
Let the chaos
16
ensue.
from Ivor.
I said, hold on.
And I just did a whole speech too.
Sorry, Buck.
I tried to settle us.
Okay. NPC.
Before the Fire Nation attacked.
Go. There it is.
God love encounter building. So much fun.
Spell slot tracking is my favorite.
Oh, they have spells.
Yeah, you could have easily just not given any of them spells, and you wouldn't have to keep track of anything. That's
Exactly.
on
Real
you.
quick as they're running towards you, we know that they have spike growth and darkness. I got meat grinder.
Meat grinder.
Yeah.
That just sounds like a rustling name.
It's a bad ooh. It's a bad time, guys.
I mean, you say that, but
AC
It says that, and all evidence that we know points to that being true.
Can we get an Ivor and Cesar on the map as well?
Oh, I forgot about them. Yeah, that's right. We can put them on there.
Well, that's supposed to be my job, so that's also my
How dare
bad.
you forget, Stephen?
For shame.
How
Sorry.
dare you? They are a
Sorry.
valued member of this party.
That's on me, guys.
we know.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah, it is
that's-
on
that's
you.
what- that's what
It is on
everybody's
you.
saying.
We were just saying this.
No one denied that.
We were too busy talking about Steven's amazing singing voice. Okay? We were distracted.
I can.
And by we, I mean I was.
It is rather distracting.
I've been told that many times. Do go on.
I've been told that never.
I'll stroke your ego as many times if I have to.
Just as
Whoa.
ego, though.
Oh.
And then whatever he doesn't stroke, I got.
Boy, I'm reminded of I played Helldivers with a friend from work on his Discord server, and oh my gosh, was it just the most toxic memelinity in the world? It was fantastic. It's dank. It's so dank. I think I got high just being in the server. It was fantastic. So I'm in there. 3 guys I've never met before in my life. My coworker is like, guys, can you please just be chill for the first time for one of my coworkers, please. This other guy from England, he was like, oi mate, if I didn't have any hands, would you jerk me off? And I was like, absolutely, my guy. There's not a question. It was fantastic.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Oh no. Now I gotta zoom in. Where is he? I see wrist. I see wrist again. Okay. Alright, cool.
We're all in there somewhere.
And then these guys.
See Ryan? Question mark?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's Orion.
So, while Stephen is planning our encounter, let me run through a couple of RPG storytelling stuff since we're on the RPG storytelling channel. So, for those of you who are curious, this game will be streaming every Tuesday, same time, same channel, 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern, every Tuesday, every week. First Saturday of each month, we will be doing the Myths of Gaia campaign, which is the flagship product from RPG Storytelling LLC. We missed getting to stream this past weekend just because we had some chaos happening behind the scenes, so we had to deal with that instead. So we will be running our session 2 on the first Saturday of September, which I believe is the 7th. I'll have to check that date just to make sure, but I will be posting that everywhere. And then, let's see, the Friday right before our Myths of Gaia, we will be doing our community chats. And then every other week on non-Myths of Gaia weeks, we'll be doing our community chats on Saturdays. So it gives 2 different days for people to come in and join us, just to sit around, talk, work on projects, just have fun together, just basically get to know people, get to know our players, get to know our teams, get to know our stuff. Let's see. So if you're looking for us anywhere on the internet, obviously you've got the Twitch channel, which you're watching right now. You've got our YouTube channel, which is at RPG Storytelling LLC, all one big, huge word. That's on YouTube, which is where we're going to be posting all of our live streams, at least for the campaign games anyways. Let's see. We've got a Facebook page, which is our Facebook advertising page, and then we've got a Facebook group as well, which is kind of like a community group for RPG storytelling. We have our Discord page, which is the bulk of our community. It's just come in, get to know each other, get to know characters from the 2 different games. Eventually there will be even more games that you get to know. We also have our TikTok, which is just getting started. I've got a couple videos up there right now, and I'm working on getting some more up there. Let's see, what else we got? Instagram, which is just basically posting pictures and ads and telling things like that. Let's see. So that takes care of most of the links. There are 2 people that we're working with behind the scenes that are helping us to kind of build up and develop all of our RPG storytelling stuff. We've got Dragon Lynn Productions, who's doing the audio engineering for Myths of Gaia.
That's me.
That's you. And then we also have Dusty Graphics. You can find him over on TikTok at Dusty, DUSTY_GRAFIX. And I will have our beautiful moderator post in at least the RPG storytelling link tree. And then we can have Dragon Lynn Productions post their link tree in there as well. And then I will go ahead and throw in Dusty's as well, so you guys can find everybody all over the internets. So I think that covers most of the announcements. We also, RPG Storytelling also does have an online store, print on demand, where you can get t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, artwork, cups, thermoses, stickers, so much more. Right now we've got 3 different designs up there. We've got the RPG Storytelling logo. We've got our red dragon, which we associate with the phrase "you" or "I," in whichever case, and the legend of, or let's see if I can get this out there properly. The shirt says, "I am the legend beyond the dragon's tail," but I always like to close live streams and various other things with "you are the legend beyond the dragon's tail." And then we also have our fairy that we had designed by Argentinian artist. I think it's Constanza I gotta look it up again. It's Constanza Valenzuela, I think is what was her name. She designed our Danu fairy for our Myths of Gaia campaign. And then as soon as I get all of our official artwork for Myths of Gaia back from Dusty, we'll be adding all of our character art to the shop as well, with several different designs for each character and as many products as we can put out there for you. So feel free to check out the store. You can find that in our link tree, which I will be posting here momentarily.
Amazing. All right. Perfect timing. Let me. Oh, just kidding. That's not working right. Let me get the characters. So we're doing the Tuesday night crew,
Sarah, you
and
can turn my camera back on.
Okay.
we're gonna hide Yana's
Thanks.
character sheet from the difficulty calculations. We're gonna save that, and let's run
So-
this bad boy.
Did
I
we
think you threw
do
out
initiative?
unit instead of Matar as well.
Where is?
Oh,
Yes, you
I
did.
just deleted my big version.
Yes,
Stupid.
I accidentally.
I don't think there is a
grabbed-
Matar.
There should be a Matar.
There should be
Token?
a Matar at yes. So
I don't think anyone has a mount token, right?
Not yet.
No, but there should be just like a big Ivor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me. I'll add that.
Yeah, big. Yeah.
I deleted mine because I'm stupid.
And Dragon Lynn,
I got you
your
covered.
your link tree is Dragon Lynn.
Yeah, I put it in there. It's in chat.
It's in chat. Did I miss it? Not seeing it.
Everyone go subscribe to the YouTube page.
Do it,
I'll put it in there again just to be.
or else these druids are coming for you next.
Nasty druids.
It's a nasty druids.
Ah,
All
The
right.
The roots will get you.
Well, somebody's got to match their freak, so that makes sense.
yeah. For some reason, Dragon Lynn link didn't go through, so I reposted it for you.
Well, because I'm not mod. All good.
Gawain,
Okay.
what was that initiative?
19.
Ooh, okay. Ivor,
15.
I was gonna say you complain about teens. Sunflower.
5.
Ooh, there it is. Riss.
Diaz. 10. Sorry.
I was like, why are we calling out people's names? No, it's okay.
I
That's
knew
my
exactly
brain.
what they said.
All right, shut up, you. Ned.
I got a 4.
Oh, there it is. Misty.
6.
6. All right, let's see what these guys get. Y'all are gonna go on initiative count.
1.
Ooh,
0?
gross.
They have a -2 initiative.
Yes.
All right. You
Watch. What one of these die are gonna get cocked, and it's gonna roll a 20. I'm calling it.
Stop speaking things into existence.
Never.
Valid.
You just can't help talking about cocked.
No, he's laughing. I think it happened.
I'm like, no, it did not.
Ah, damn it. That would have been funny if it did.
Okay, that's perfect. All right. So we got Gawain up with Ivor on deck. Let me get some battle music going. It's been a minute.
What are we
since
battling, though? I don't see anything.
They haven't arrived yet. You rolled before them in initiative.
Not me. I rolled. If they couldn't be at a 4, that's just sad.
No, that's good.
I mean, if Gawain and Ivor see them, we're gonna tell you.
I like that. If you see something, say something. That's just,
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes,
We say that all the time in this city.
absolutely.
Ah, the OG.
That is important.
All right, Gawain. Nothing showed itself yet, but these ripples and it almost looks like waves coming at you.
Gawain is going to grip his axe, look at everyone, say, "Brace! Something's coming. Mount up!" And he's gonna jump and go mount up on Orion.
How did you do that?
He has a third. We made him a third token with the
Mhm.
knight riding a lion.
No,
Yeah.
no. If you touch them really close together, it'll automatically do it for you.
Don't
Oh.
no, not with Rich, not with Rich. Don't do this to him.
I'll believe him.
I just wanted to see him do it. That's all.
He's gonna believe you. No, he's gonna believe you.
Wait, what happens if I do it?
I know it works. Trust me.
It's like an Iron Man. No, don't say that.
Like,
Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Anyway, all right. So you hop on Orion, and you
He's
are. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and take 20 feet of movement this way.
No, I will say you guys aren't this close to the house. I just didn't have a map that brought you a battle map that wasn't.
Where should I come in? Like, where am I exactly?
You guys, we'll just put you on the house. We can use the map here as it is. You guys are a solid few hundred feet from the house,
Okay.
but the waves of enemies are not a few hundred feet from you. They're right up on you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, waves of enemies.
Or waves of something coming at you, whatever you're bracing for.
Mm-hmm.
It's fair to assume, given you're standing on mulch and these things were made of mulch and they could travel as in that form, the shockwaves coming through little to no, it's a fair assumption that you're facing something similar to what you faced before.
Okay. Okay. Instead of taking my movement to get away, I'm going to move from here. If I can I use a bonus action to just like try to help Nedro up onto Ares so that I can then occupy the space right here?
Yeah, you can shift spots with him. That's fine. I'm not super worried about it. I'll bump him
Okay.
down there and he can get up on his.
Okay, cool.
So I can officially be on my mount or whatever.
No. You just get sort of
Got
shifted
it.
off to the side.
All right.
Okay. And we're gonna both prepare an attack action on anything hostile that pops up and tries to attack my friends.
Okay, sounds good.
And then we're just waiting basically for everyone to hopefully mount up, get in formation, and then we can start moving towards whatever's coming.
All right, so just before Ivor, rising up shortly, sort of off to the side, I want to line, thanks, 90 to 100 feet away, 90 feet exactly for all of them, actually, 90 feet away. These familiar thorn-covered large forms, a note of dread just sort of shivers down your spine, Sunflower, as these needle lords, 3 of them, one of which in the past has, maybe not that in creature specifically, but one of its kin having graded you into the spike growth ground and led to your full demise. They begin lumbering in your direction, and they get to about here, about 90 feet away, as they just continue to advance slowly. And that brings us to Ivor.
90 feet away. Oh, over there.
Yep.
Okay. So can can Ivor actually see them?
Yeah, they have stood up and are beginning to stride across the ground, almost in an intimidation display because they are so much larger and present than the other entities here.
Is it a full act? Is it a full action for Ivor to like mount?
No, it takes half your movement, like standing up from prone.
I'll do that first.
Okay. Sounds good. So we'll just pop you up there. Half your movement. Now, unfortunately, you cannot steady aim since you have moved this turn. But
Yep.
you can take a couple of shots if that was what you were looking to do.
Yep. Just 2 shots.
Who you going for?
I'm just going for 2 normal shots.
Yeah. Which one are you aiming for? There's 3 of them.
Let's see. The one to the left.
What's that? The one to the left? Okay. Go for it. Are you sharpshootering?
You know what? I'm not moving.
You already did, so you can't steady aim, but you can sharpshooter.
That is true. Let's see what the dice said.
So wait, are you
Sarah.
sharpshootering? You need to call it before you roll if you are.
I'll call it.
Okay.
Not bad, 14.
On the dice?
14 on the dice.
Okay, gotcha. So that brings you to 19 total, is that correct?
Yes. Plus
Okay.
5.
19 hits. Tries to like dart out of the way and almost makes it as the bullet just clips him. Rocks. Go and roll damage. Riss, you are on deck.
And for the chat, what this looks like is a minotaur, like a zebra, rushing into battle with a battlesmith artificer on his back with a rifle, cocked bow, cheek Scott Weld, and just Ka-boom! And 26 points of damage.
26 points of damage. Sort of rolls with it and continues its tread forward. Momentarily deterred, but continuing on. Second attack.
If it's not down yet, I'm gonna shoot it again. Second verse, same as the first. Come on. Ooh. Oh, bad.
What'd you get?
I got a 5 on the dice, and I'm trying to look for something.
I'm sure that you have lucky points if you wanted to use them.
So we're gonna use one of them.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I still have 3 left.
Yeah, I don't think you've used any today. So yeah, if you want to use one, you may. To go ahead and re-roll.
And I have to take this one. 17 on the dice.
10 into a 22, which will also hit.
8. $36.
Ooh, boy.
Ooh, that's nasty.
2 hits. Big hits. Still struggling onward, but it is not looking great. That was your... Does Matar want to move at all? And what is he doing for his action?
Matar is going to stay still and take the dodge action.
Okay, sounds good. Dodging. Cesar, last up for your turn.
Gonna move there. Stay still.
Dodge or hold?
Hold an action.
Okay, sounds good. If something pops up, you can swing an axe at it. Okay. First wave hits as... Boom.
Ah, shit.
Boom. 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 Excuse me. Boom.
Goes inside.
Boom.
Son of a bitch.
And they are going
for
to...
those of you who don't see what's happening on the map.
Oh no, they do.
Yeah. Yeah, the map is on the stream.
Okay.
So we're gonna close here. We're going to close... Actually... Close here.
Yes, get closer to me, please.
there,
Right?
And...
Too close, too close. Much too close.
I don't share the same sentiments as these two. Could you back the fuck up?
I need my personal space.
I was holding attacks. I'm just gonna go ahead and start taking those, DM, if that's allowed.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna go
There
after
is
this one.
one
That's going
enemy
after...
in... yeah, one enemy in range.
Yeah, I'm gonna go after that one. And since I'm holding an attack, I think I do get 2 attacks because of the home rule, correct?
Yes. Yep, you get your full extra attack.
Sweet.
Is that home rule?
Yes. Normally, if you're holding an action, you only get 1 attack.
Really?
Yep, even if you have multi-attack or extra attack or something like that.
Yeah, so technically Caesar could take...
Oh yeah, Cesar would have to spend his reaction, and he would not be able to do the defender reaction if he wants to make an attack.
Yeah. But Caesar's still gonna hold it. No, actually, no.
All right. So what was that for you, Gawain?
25 on the first, natural
Oh,
20
yeah.
on the second.
Oh yeah, easy to hit. You remember these guys? There's a lot of them, and they're not super. tough. They don't have a lot of staying power, but they make up for it in their waves.
2 con saves, please.
Oh, that's not going to matter.
Ooh.
Passes on both of them.
Okay. The...
My decision might change
8,
if
30.
they
Okay.
had, if they hit Nedro.
Between the 2 hits, that's 30 points of damage.
Oh, yeah. Gone. Just scattered back into the mulch from whence it came.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Oh, and Orion should be as well. If he has the ability to... Oh, there's nothing within range.
No, there was just
Never
the
mind.
one target.
Damn, never mind.
All right, so we got 2 at risk. We'll do that real quick.
Or you could not.
Flanking for advantage.
You
Real
don't
question.
need it. You
Has
could
it
not.
Has it been less than 8 hours since we woke up last?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Yes,
I had my major.
This is
armor up.
still... It's like 11, 12.
It's a daily thing.
You're saying it's
It's,
high noon.
I mean, as high noon as there could be in Barovia.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like very, very overcast.
All right, so we got a 16 and a 10.
The 16 hits.
5 piercing damage. Go ahead.
It's worth it. I'll just take it.
Okay. Second, we got a 13 and 11.
No.
No. All right. Moving on. Misty, we got 19 to hit.
Hit.
8 piercing. And then Cassiopeia got that dodged a natural 1. That's a 10. Which is still gonna miss. And then at advantage for the 1 because he's flanking. We got a dirty 20 and a 16.
Both hit.
Both hit. 11 total over the course of those 2 on Cassiopeia.
Wait, that hits with your armor, with Cassiopeia's armor on?
What did that armor take her up to?
Be 15 plus dex.
Okay, so only the 16 would hit.
So the 16 does hit still?
Yes.
Okay, so then both hit. Because it was
Okay.
a dirty 20 and a 16.
Correct. Can you remind me the armor that Ares has brings AC to 16, correct?
Yeah, I believe he only has a dex of +1.
He does. So
Yeah.
16? Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Misty, not at advantage. 15 to hit? Oh no, I already rolled
did
against
me.
you. Just kidding.
Yep.
So we'll just move that over to Ned. 15.
Not if I shield. And I
Not if you
will.
shield.
I don't
Okay.
believe in getting hit.
And then 1 to Cesar. That's a 20, a dirty 20.
I'm
For
pretty sure that
5.
hits.
Yeah, 5 piercing on Cesar.
5 piercing. Okay.
And then we have Matar. Nope, just kidding. What's Ned's mount?
And Terry's.
Ares.
sorry, Ned-
The
sorry,
AC is
Ares.
16.
Yeah.
Ares, that's right. All right, so on Ares, that is an 11, which will miss. On Ivor, that's gonna be not at advantage. 22. To hit Ivor.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. 4 points of piercing. As they're just raking you with their claws. And then we got an attack at Matar.
At disadvantage, he took the dodge action.
He did take the dodge action. That's gonna miss extra hard with a 5. And then flanking to flatten it out. Another at Matar. For a 16 on the nose. For, I believe that... Does that hit?
That hits.
Okay. For 6 piercing to Matar, then Ivor.
Of course, only has
Onto
dex of
the
+1,
mountain.
unfortunately.
R.I.P. in pieces. Battle Zebra.
Which was that to-
No.
For a total of
6 points of piercing to Matar.
6. Okay.
All right, so that's the end of their turn.
It seems as though your dice roll very well when we're streaming.
I did get a handful of good rolls. They must be they must know that the pressure's on. That brings us to Riss with Misty on deck.
Could you give me my 15-foot aura?
Oh yes.
Thanks. Also, you'll need to roll an attack of opportunity on me. Because I'm going to move.
Square.
Whee!
Wee. Yeah, that's what we want to see. I'm gonna scoot right here. So it should only be
Okay.
one attack of opportunity.
Should only be one.
Fucking
As you
smooth.
move, it does still gain the flanking since it attacks you while you're in range.
Boo.
That's a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Another 4.
For posterity, I'll take it this time, but for posterity in the future, if I were to have cast shield this turn, would I get my reaction back at the end of my turn, or would that be my reaction for this round? Or for like...
No, it comes back at the top of your turn.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna cast it then. As Riss moves, they kind of bring up their arms, and like these couple hits that they've taken have added to the blood supply, and they use it as kind of goes out a little bit and almost like a mist, and they call forth the spirits of the dead, and they cast Spirit Guardians.
Nice.
And it's not going to do anything until their turn, but it is
Oh,
up.
we love it. Okay.
It is up.
Interesting. Oh, that's right, because it does.
They take damage at the top of their turn.
Oh no.
But they are having a bad time. I also think it's
It slows them.
yeah,
Difficult
they
terrain for
can't
enemies.
move hopefully as good. But yeah, so that is my turn. Canis is going to and this will be the first time both Buck and Misty have seen me do this, but it does kind of look like there are these incorporeal kind of like almost like coagulations of like dust that are just like spinning around in the space around Riss. And they don't seem to be harming you guys. But all of these tree monsters are now having a bad time.
Coagulation.
Oh, it's a bunch of scabs. That's fucking gross.
I never thought of that word as a noun before, and I'm disappointed that I had to.
They're just blood clots, guys.
Canis is gonna take a swipe at the one that's right next to him.
Okay.
This guy. I just need to figure out what his 2-hit is. There it is.
If he would have done it at the top of your turn, he would have had advantage because of pack tactics.
Yeah, that's fine. We can retcon the order, that's fine. So you can roll it with advantage.
That is a 23 to hit.
Oh my goodness, yes.
for this one.
I just looked back onto
DC
the Zoom call.
DC 13 strength save, please.
No. Natural 1.
That bitch is prone, which means he's just not moving next turn. Sorry.
Wouldn't that put his attack at disadvantage when he attacked Riss in the first place? If it happened at the top of the turn?
No, I'm going to say that
and then...
he attacked as they were moving, as he was getting attacked. So the attack goes off first because it was provoked by the move. Yeah. So I mean,
yeah.
If we want to get nitty gritty with it, we'll have to do it in the moment. But for the retcon purposes, I'm not going to go back and do all of that.
All good.
Sure.
13 damage to him.
Oh yeah.
And he is prone.
He's gone.
Oh great, cool, even better. I like that answer.
Back down into the mulch.
That is my go.
All right. As Misty prepares, wave 2 hits. Boom. 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 Okay. They're going to... They have... Okay. We're going to... Oh no, we're entering this spell for the first time.
What spell? Oh, that one. Okay.
I heard that. Damage time?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage. I'll roll for the ones who enter it here in a minute. We're gonna do...
I'm gonna take damage. Probably. I may not. We'll see.
That. We're gonna do that. And that's too much.
Oh yeah, I'm taking damage.
Zoop in there.
No. Oh shit. Yep.
Whichever one just entered, he's dead.
All right,
wait, it's a different
by.
thing. It's a different thing.
Yeah, it looks slightly different.
Yeah, it's slightly different, but
okay.
still dangerous.
So I'm rolling wisdom saves versus how much damage?
17.
DC 17?
No, sorry, DC 16. I think.
DC 16. Okay.
To be fair,
Yes.
you said versus how much damage.
I did. That's true. So 17 damage.
Yes. DC 16 wisdom save.
1, 2, 3,
And half
4,
as much if
5,
they succeed.
6.
Correct.
One,
As this
two.
happens,
Thank you, Casey.
I think Misty would be the first one to notice because she's standing right next to me. Some of the kind of like blood that has been like kind of circling around wrists now that the spell is out, kind of comes back and like almost it looks like attacks them in some way, but then it looks like the spell becomes stronger.
Can it attack them by like going down their throats and like choking them, and that's how it deals damage?
That's oddly specific, but yes.
Do you mean the blood or the spirits?
Well, I mean, yes.
Is this
I thought the spirits were like basically like giant blood clots floating everywhere. So
Yeah, kind of. But
Give 'em a
also
throat
there's
stroke.
like
I don't like that. That came out differently than I expected.
I mean, they're blood clots. They should be clotting something.
No, it's not going out. It's going in.
But no, so some of the blood looks like it comes back and kind of hits wrists a little bit, like gives them a little bit more damage, but then it looks like the rest of the spell and the spirits become stronger.
So they all failed.
Hey!
Good.
That is what
Kill
we
them
wanted
all.
to hear.
Kill them all. Kill
Unfortunately for you guys,
No.
The vine blights are slightly hardier than their needle blight kin, so they don't quite die.
But they don't also not die.
They take a significant amount of damage. They are not looking good.
Listen, all I'm hearing are these are plants, and whenever the lead plant shows up, that looks like prime blight fodder to me.
Didn't plan on the wizard cat preparing blight, did you?
Forgot about that. That's their whole deal.
Yes.
Okay, so
When that happens, can Riz kind of leans over to Misty and is kind of like, if you want, fuck accent. If you want to do them now, I wouldn't say no.
You said if you want to what right now?
If you wanted to heal them now, they wouldn't say no.
Ah, got it.
They're still
Alright,
looking
so
okay, but took a little more hits than they
attacks
wanted to.
At Canis. At advantage for flanking. That's a 10 and a 19.
I believe the 19 will
For
hit.
9 bludgeoning. And larger, smaller creature is grappled and restrained.
Leave my wolf alone.
I refuse.
You said it was 50. Gawain, you said it was 15 plus dex?
Correct.
Okay. Cool.
Grappled and restrained. 2 attacks coming at the Dirt Raptor. I don't remember his name. I apologize.
Penelope.
Anteater.
And Terry's.
And Teeter.
I said base.
That's what I said.
I said Penelope.
Both will miss. 8 and 14.
Yeah.
We got 2 attacks coming in flat at Matar because he dodged. Oh, that was so close to a 17. 11 and 18. I believe the 18 hits.
I think the 18 will hit. Without me even looking at it. AC 16, yep.
Okay. 13 points of bludgeoning damage, and he is grappled and restrained.
No, my zebra!
We got... let's see. An attack coming in at... Ares. Flanking. That's not flanking.
Which one is doing the attacking?
Yeah, nothing's flanking Ares.
Not one of those. Since he's large, they can flank sideways. But that's still a 13 to hit, which will miss. We got one coming in at Cesar, not flanking. 17 hit Cesar.
That hits.
17. He can't use Still Defender against himself. Alright, that hits.
7 bludgeoning, and he is grappled and restrained.
Just grab all my boys.
Yep. I have a thing going. I'm grabbing them on Wednesday, grabbing them on Tuesday.
How much damage?
7 bludgeoning. We got another one coming at Ned. Not flanking.
Who was doing that?
This one.
Oh, okay.
We got, that's a 13 though, which I believe will miss. We have this one down in the corner right beside Ned is going to go after Ares, so you can go ahead and use your reaction if you would like.
Yes, please. Sentinel.
I will also say, Orion still has his reaction if he hasn't. Whoa, that was some lightning.
That's true.
He didn't get a chance to go, so he can go first.
Ooh, okay. Yes, let's get to Orion's sheet. Okay, cool. That's a 17 to hit.
From Orion, yeah.
Okay, that's a D8 plus 3. That is 9 points of damage.
On the dot. Just down into Molten Vines.
Alright, now we know how much health they have left, I mean.
That was a Vine Blight?
Yes.
They have 26 health total.
All right.
Fucking
I don't know how I feel about being. I'm seen, and I don't know how I feel about this.
Fucking narc.
Feel about what?
you narc counting hit point. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't matter.
You literally said on the dot, and I know how to count, so.
Listen, it wasn't me this
nice
time,
that must
so.
be for you.
Let's be nice.
See-
Being able to count.
Steven, you are seen and heard. We appreciate you.
We have been perceived.
I didn't roll well enough on my stealth. I'm gonna go hide and re-stealth and try again later.
You can
Okay. We got an attack coming in at. Gawain at advantage because of flanking. It's gonna be trash. That's a 14. And then we got an attack coming in at Misty, which you can sentinel if you would like. Gawain.
Yes, please. Come on. 21 to hit.
Oh yeah.
12 points of damage.
And that attack never goes off because the vines are shredded. Bruh, shredded. I forgot we were streaming for a minute. Misty, save me from this. You're up.
It's on the internet forever now.
You were doing.
Did I
so
hear
well.
Amy in the background laughing at me?
I don't know. She's not in the room.
I don't know.
so-
Sunflower, you're on deck.
Hi, that's me.
Okay, so first up, Cassiopeia is going to take a claw attack against the blight that is kind of right there between me and
Oh,
her.
that boy.
That boy right there.
Go for it.
And that is...
Unfortunately, not flanking.
No, that's okay. Well, kind of technically with Riss.
With Riss, would be flanking. Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
If you don't already have pack tactics. Well played. Well lawyered.
Okay. Alright, so that's a 16 to hit
Oh, yeah.
with 11 points of slashing damage.
Into mulch.
Yep. And then, so that is Cassie's turn. And then Misty is going to, she's going to kind of do her bonus action almost right at the same time. She's going to take a swipe at the blight next to Riss with her moon-touched rapier. And that is, what is that? That's a dirty 20 to hit
Oh my goodness, yes.
with 10 points of piercing damage.
Barely holding on.
And then as soon as she gets the pierce into the blight, she doesn't even pull it out yet. She just kind of leans over to Riss and says, just in case we survive, I want to make sure I remember this. And she gives her a kiss on the cheek and casts Healing Word at 2nd level for 9 points of healing.
Whoa. Oh.
Shit about consent.
What's that?
Definitely a bit of a blush. Definitely a little bit of a blush.
You're doing work to make a once dead blush.
True.
And
Man,
that
you're letting
is-
that hag make you blush?
And then, let's see. Misty's not going to move, but Cassie is. She's going to take the opportunity attacks as they hit. But she's going to move right up here.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Not an advantage for any flanking, unfortunately. But 2 strikes. Riss, what's running through your mind as this happens?
Arrow 404, kind of.
I thought you were singing a song for a second. I was like, what the fuck?
I've heard that song. It's a knife party song.
Yes.
Not quite like full blue screening because we're still in the heat of battle. So there's still like kind of strategy going on in the background, but like there is a thought of like I wasn't expecting that to work. Not gonna
He
lie.
is correct.
First one's a 17, which will hit for 4 piercing. And the second one is a natural 20.
Okay, Gawain, you said that for Cassie, it's Dex or 15 plus Dex for the armor
Correct.
class. Okay, so her armor class is actually 18.
Oh, then the first one misses.
Yes.
Good to know. Second one is a natural 20.
And I will also point out, for all of your mounts, I gave Gawain gave you healing pills for your mounts that can be eaten as a bonus action, as a normal healing potion.
How many did you give?
2 each to every mount.
Barbs.
So you're gonna use bar. Okay, cool. The mounts each have their own healing potion, so they can take either the pills or regular potions, but you guys obviously cannot take the pills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll re-roll that. 7.
Gawain has gone already, right?
Yes. Yes, Gawain is at the top of the round. He opens us up.
Let's give advantage to.
We still got Sunflower and Ned are gonna close the round out.
I rarely make attack rolls.
I know.
And you don't know what I do.
I don't know what you do. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Gawain.
Walk around and find out.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Gawain.
All right. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I do appreciate it.
That was the correct
Right.
choice.
All right. So that's Cassie moved, and I think unless Misty's gonna move.
Nope,
Do you have
Misty,
anything
stay
else?
Misty, stay in put.
Excellent.
I don't
These
like that.
guys are going to keep a watch. Sunflower, you're up. Ned, you're on deck.
Oh, man. All right, well, I have a guy right in front of me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Elthrax. Let's fucking do it. And I'm just gonna let the boy just
Let's go!
cowl up, and I'll do my my symbiotic entity. So I'll get my plus 28 temp HP.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh boy. Oh man. All right. This is.
And then I'll
What if-
bonus
oh,
action
nice.
Shillelagh and mount up.
It's just a venom. It's a big streaks of eyes. Sunflower is now a medium creature. As it just sort of like swells, and big fangs, and shillelagh with your bonus action still with your staff then?
Yeah.
What are we doing with this?
Everyone hears for the first time.
I
Well,
don't need this.
Oh, well, okay. I just didn't want to use the sword because I don't know how sunlight would be, but all right. And I guess bonus action fucking contemplate Shillelagh and just trust Althrax.
You guys do not hear Sunflower's voice. You only hear Althrax's side of
we
the conversation now. Yep. You fully venomed. And Althrax is just going to leap and just go in for it. He's going to make...
You need to make a token for this.
I do need a token for this. We're going to have to come up with a gross-looking symbiote. Sunflower, go ahead and give me 3 attack rolls. He's going to Reckless, so you can make them with advantage.
Oh, Berserker. He's a barbarian.
And you're going to be adding +8 to each of these.
All right, I'm just going to roll the Sun Sword because it's the same plus.
Okay, cool.
So you said 3 attacks?
3 of them, yes. For his
Uno.
action, bonus action.
24 on the first.
Nice.
Nice.
Good start.
23.
Oh, yeah.
Ayo.
Eh?
22.
Nice.
We love to see it.
Let's
We
go,
love to see it.
baby!
And
And
they're
for
in
the win.
order. That makes me happy. So go ahead and roll. These would be a D8 plus 4 for each one.
And does he get the benefit of my symbiotic entity? I get a D6 to all of my melee attacks.
Oh yeah. Oh, then yes, absolutely. A D8 and a D6 plus
Cool,
4.
So 3d8, 3d6 plus 12.
Do them individually.
Nah, no, yeah, D8, all right.
Listen.
All right, so 14 on the first.
14 on the first. One big, like, claw strike. Gone. Advancing.
Are you sure I shouldn't have given?
I
guess
didn't know that this was happening. 9 on the second.
Okay. 9.
I think you should save it.
9. Okay. Still standing, but taking a hit.
Okay, I realized he reckless, so it would have nulled out anyways. So
Yeah,
So
save it.
that's 11 for the third.
Okay. Or it's a right, left, and then he just reaches out and chomps. You didn't take any. You haven't taken it. You haven't taken damage, correct? No one's hit you.
Nope.
Okay, so never mind then. Just knocks one out and just rips it to shreds, and then leaps with the other hand and just with a bite, and just comes down on top of it.
is that another party member that might get stronger when damaged? Is that what I hear?
No.
I felt like as I was digesting, I'm guessing I might have been able to, like, reform some of myself, is what I was
Oh,
thinking.
okay.
might
I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
As
If I had to
it
guess.
as he lands, I'm gonna give you a little black dot. No, I want to give you the black dot. I don't have a black dot. Damn it. As he lands, it just sort of like lands on the vine blight for a second. Your weight just forces it down to the ground as it falls prone. Your boy's a monster, literally.
He just hears me in his head. Let's go, Althrax! Just fucking rooting him on.
All of you guys here.
Let's go indeed.
Give me an A! He just gets that in his head, does not stop.
Ned, you're up with Gawain on deck at the start of
and
the
Terry's-
next round.
And Terry still has his turn,
Oh, and Terry's gets to go. That's right.
and he has that If you want to use that ability, he's got the flame burst.
Oh no.
Yes, he does. 1 second, I'm just rereading it. Okay, it's just within 60 feet of your center on that point. Okay, let me pick which one it's gonna go to. So, is that a 10-foot radius? It is a 10-foot radius. Probably right here, right?
Yeah, you can get 4 of them.
Yeah, I think that's the best. I'm gonna hop to a.
Since we do squares, that'll hit all five of them. Yeah.
So DC
Sweet.
12 dexterity saving throw.
All right. So we got 3 vines for a dex save. Why is that a minus?
I like that.
I also like that.
14, 16, 9. So the 9 fails. And then the needles. Dexterity saves. 15 and 20. What was the DC? 12?
12, yeah.
Okay, so 1 fails, the rest succeed, but they still take half damage.
Alright, so it is 17 on a fail and 8 on a success.
17. That's gross. These vine guys aren't particularly dry. The vines are like beefy and thick and waxy. So 17, 16, 8, and 8. But these needle boys go up in flames immediately and just, and they make that squealing that the Ents do whenever they're stomping around on fire before they fall into what you call it and are destroyed.
Yeah.
Fall into molten and are destroyed. All right.
Hell
And
yeah.
Terry's movement bonus. Anything else?
He's just gonna hang out right here. He just watched his favorite man turn into a giant, hulking venom creature, so it's just.
Excellent. We love that. And okay, so that brings us to Ned and Ares.
All right, so I'll start with Ares first. He will take advantage of the fact that he's flanking and attack this dude right here.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So it's a +6 to attack for a 20.
Oh yeah, for sure, that hits.
And then they will take
roll again and see if you crit, because that did not take.
Oh right, I forgot about that. I did not.
Crit fish. Oh, it's okay. It still hits.
But anyway, the attack deals 2d4 plus 4 bludgeoning plus 1d6 force.
Nice.
So first the bludgeoning. 8 bludgeoning.
Oh yeah.
And then 6 force.
Ooh. 14 total. What is this? What is he using? Is it his horns, his hooves?
Yeah, he's horn. He's ramming into them.
Gotcha. So prone on the ground, just sort of like burying his skull into this thing. It just falls into discorporated vines. Althrox, hey, that was mine! And he reaches down and grabs a handful of vines, just shoves them in his mouth anyway.
I like to think that in that, I don't know if you have the visual in your head of like Rock'em Sock'em Robots when the heads pop up.
Yeah.
Like that happening from Ares as he just stands still and hydraulically just punches forward.
That's funny. I'm here for that.
All right.
Amazing.
And then my next move could be something that's very, very cool, but also very, very wasteful. but I'm gonna do it just because I rarely
Do
get to
it.
do cool shit.
Do it.
Do it.
I
don't.
am. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm using the right one. I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points to quicken a spell and cast on myself, and that spell will be polymorph, and I will make myself a giant ape.
Yes.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's so wasted.
yes.
Oh, what the fuck were you talking about?
I like saving my spell slots for really, 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 really big things. It is my only portable spell slot.
Could be amazing.
But I've also never had a chance to cast polymorph, and so rarely would you get a chance to cast it on yourself instead of an attack. But quicken spell lets me do that.
Mm-hmm.
I also got to
Giant
do it
apes are-
before polymorph gets nerfed in September. So you know,
They're huge.
Yep.
a giant ape is in fact huge,
Lovely.
with an armor class of 12, but 157 hit points,
Yeah.
and I have multi attack.
Yeah. I'm gonna give a dexterity save to these guys, see if they can withstand getting just ejected from your space. And so that's what.
Oh, I don't know what's the save. What's the
That one
DC or
does,
setting?
That one does. Not, and that one does. Okay. So this guy gets pushed and knocked prone. The other two are fine.
Okay. So the one this one has gotten hit before, correct? By the
Yes.
spirit stuff.
Yes.
I have a multi attack, so I can attack twice. I'm gonna attack once on it first.
Okay.
Did that roll? No.
Hits
well-
for 26.
It did. It rolled. It went through.
Yeah, I got a 26. Yeah, d20 plus 9.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
and here comes the damage. 19
Nice.
damage.
Just squashed into vines.
And next, I will go after this one. If it's prone, I'm at advantage for this one, correct?
Yes.
So, ooh, I got a crit.
Oh boy.
So then I just rolled damage twice, correct?
Yes, we'll just subtract 6 from the second one. Oh my gosh. Good gracious.
I have
I
a
love
question,
this.
DM. Do you do
Yes.
cleave rules where you like if you have like X amount of damage that goes over their HP total, the damage then transfers to like the next creature closest to it as you like swing through them essentially?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't run anything like
Okay.
that.
FYI, just so we're all on the up and up, I am still concentrating on this spell.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I will mark
Now, my
that
question
down.
is, am I doing con saves? I would do, hold on. I think the con saves would be based with the giant ape now for my saving throw.
Yeah.
Correct. It would
Maybe.
use
With
your
polymorph,
giant
yeah.
ape constitution. Yes.
But then do I also get my proficiency on it?
I don't think so. I think you'd use the stats of the creature that you turned into.
That's the drawback of polymorph is
Got it.
you become the creature that you have turned
Got
into.
Yeah.
Except for my mental stats, which isn't what con saves would be self. Okay.
Unless you polymorph.
it'll-
No.
That's you're
No,
thinking
that's
of
the
wild
polymorph.
shape.
Oh, I am. Okay. All right.
Polymorph is just base
Become that.
everything. You become that creature.
Does
All
it
right,
no problem.
specify
Smarter.
that?
Also, sorry, DM. I'm also concentrating. I'm concentrating on spirit guardians.
Okay, good. No, thank you.
I haven't taken damage since I cast it, but I realized I didn't have the symbol on my person.
I'm also I had to take damage, but I'm also concentrating.
It depends on if you count a
understand.
kiss as damage.
Ooh. Or any other environmental reason that you think you might need to call concentration, I believe is what the book says. No, I'm just kidding.
In any case, this thing's dead.
How do you want to do this? What does this look like? You
Oh, I'm like pretty much going to just pound it like that right into the mulch and make more mulch out of it.
Make more mulch from whence it came. Oh boy, that was quite the turn. Nice. All right.
And for the sake of not taking opportunity attacks with my 12 AC, I will chill where I am right now.
All right, sounds good. That feels like a good stopping point. Top of the round, we'll start off with Gawain next week to continue this battle.
Heck yeah.
Oh boy. Well,
All right.
I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Those of you who've stuck around and tuned in and stuck around to the very end with us, thank you so much. We will continue and pick up from here when where we left off next week, same time, same channel. And always remember, you are the legend beyond the dragon's tail. Good night, everybody.
For the other